Hey, it's Ross Payne with Roll-Playing Public Radio. We're playing Ashen Stars. Woo! This is Abundance 5, the crew of the Holiday, Team Holiday.
It is my understanding that joy is appropriate in a situation like this.
Yes, so to reintroduce the...
Come on, guys, let's go smoke drugs.
Okay.
Gary would not approve.
Yeah, Gary would not approve. So first off,
Exactly.
let's reintroduce the cast of crew. Renee, you are playing.
Ethel Voltaire, she's a Vossmall.
All right.
And cool.
And it's totally okay. It's okay, right?
Everything's
What is
fine.
her role on the ship, mostly?
She's technically comms, communication, and survey
Okay.
when we're off the ship.
And then Jason?
This is Jason. I'm Val 1138, ship gunner and security officer.
Okay.
I do believe you also shoot the things planet-side that go bump in the night and the day.
David, whom you were playing.
Greetings. I am Dr. Wow. I am also known as Io to my friends. I am our ship's medic, and I am a Bala.
All right.
Emotions are
Very good.
things that happen to other people.
Well, you have to make those skill checks to do that, but we'll get to that in a second. And finally, Tom, you were playing.
I'm KC. I'm the pilot and technical officer.
Okay. Yeah, and Gary.
Bug
was,
life!
Your hobo pilot or hobo captain. As both group inexplicably no one decided to play the strategic coordinator / leader of the group. So
Come on, like we
Please do not slander Gary's good name. He is a vagrant, not a hobo.
Okay.
There is a
Don't we have
Still have
several
a kid
buddies too
kidnapped in
that
a
we
You
picked
do
up?
have Mary, the grad student.
She came with us willingly.
From the Death World.
Because we went to
Who was else? The other group had the
cowboy. We have a cowboy.
Cowboy, yeah. Do you
His
remember?
name is Colby.
That's
Colby,
it.
yeah. Colby the cowboy.
Colby Welsh.
He was named after a computer, strangely enough.
Yes. So, in the last episode, you went to...
We went to the Death World to
yes,
understand the
Duzak
sphere.
Alpha. It was a Death World. Is still Death World. Technically, it still exists. Talked to Dr. Yama in order to find out what this alien artifact is, the golden sphere that you still have in your ship. And it turns out that it is related to a precursor race, possibly related to the
Huh.
to the bug people.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Well, it's also related to either the summoning or repelling of the Minotids.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that. Just now that that's down to a 50-50 thing, I'm totally not freaking out about that.
5-meter space wasps that can fly in. They can fly in space or in the atmosphere. They weigh around 2 tons, and trillions of them have been known to eat planets or everything they're on. So
Just gonna throw this out here. Just spitballing.
yeah.
There's a star nearby. We have a perfectly good hatch in the hold. Why even take that risk 50-50?
Well, the thing is, it's already been emitting a signal. Dr. Yama does not have enough information. Mary, who will be your technical expert in dealing with this, you don't know. The signal's already been sent. You don't know if that's a repelling signal, in which case, great. But it might be a summoning signal, in which case there is an incoming space wasp plague that will kill everyone on Abundance 5.
All right, Ross, I know what to do. Go up to the device. Are you a summoning artifact? Because you have to tell me if you're a summoning artifact. I literally do that.
Well, Mary's been studying. She says maybe it's both. It's just I don't know how to.
A switch?
It's a toggle.
Yeah. It's a featureless golden sphere. I don't know. There's no button. There's nothing to switch. I don't know how to.
There's got to be a toggle here somewhere.
I kick it.
The toggle might be the receiving dish, which is an alien hidden facility built by the same precursor species on the ice cap of Abundance 5, which Dr.
So
Yama...
not the same place we shot the hell out of on our way out with the sphere.
No, not the moon. That was the moon.
Yeah.
Ford.
I'm really kind of hoping
This
now.
is on the actual planet Abundance.
I'm hoping that wasn't like you kick it like, well, I was expelling them, but if you're going to be like that, enjoy the space wasps, bitch.
So, yeah.
I do believe that we had a mercenary group that was trying to get us. We hit them with the Whomper and fairy dusted them.
Yes, you did do that, and you did disable.
Sounds
you
so
did escape
when
from
you
them.
say it.
Like, speaking of fairy dust,
So
helps me fly.
Mary believes
Would
that
you
this is the
rather I
kind of
say we
thing.
whomp them good?
It's essentially got its own alien version of Bluetooth. Essentially, and the only way to interact
Red
with
tooth.
Red tooth. The only way to interact with to switch the signal or to reprogram this device is through the receiving dish, which is at the alien facility, the ice cap. That's her working theory. So I assume you're all heading back to Abundance 5 to, go do that, to find out what kind of, and maybe at least figure out what signal has been sent, and figure out how to send the repelling.
Let's find out what's on TV.
Yeah. So,
and as I recall, because we took the artifact, we are technically guilty of theft until we prove that we are saving the world.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
In which case, we are now heroes.
yeah, there is a bounty in all of your heads. You have to find out. You all have emails saying what, why from your case officer at the Combine. You all basically are. It's kind of like working for Uber, only instead of driving people, it's like, which planet do you want to rescue from chaos? And
Well, no, we totally drive people.
That's true. You could do
in
that.
a hold behind
do we
titanium 3-inch bars.
Well, do we want to tell them the truth?
Well, you can email them back if you want to make some spends. Maybe you can then use that to help get some resources from the Combine.
Sure, I'll spend flirting. Like, hey. I think
Actually, I
Did we
believe,
refresh?
Yes, this is a new adventure. Everyone refreshes.
Sweet.
excellent. I believe I will spend a combination of bureaucracy, reassurance, and respect.
Okay, what are you trying to get from them? Because right now, the thing is, you're far away from the Combine. They're going to eventually assign another group of lasers to bring you in, but you're not on the top of the list, like, by any means. Because they don't know, only you know about the, oncoming Space Wasp Doom.
I think that if we were to communicate with them and inform them of the fact that there is possible impending doom, they will understand that our actions were done for the greater good.
Well, here's the other thing, too, is also, you don't know, your case officer, someone can give me a name, it could be man, woman, any of the species.
Elsa.
Elsa, all right. Elsa,
Let it go.
I'll say she is actually, she is a Vosmol.
No, it's it.
Cool,
Let it
man.
go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Elsa Picasso.
Ashen Stars has a great naming scheme.
It
I
is
love
pretty
that
good.
one.
It is pretty good.
So Elsa Picasso, you've worked with her for a while and you know her, but like one thing is, in order to for free, I will tell you, anytime you tell the truth to somebody, you're telling them you have a weapon of planetary destruction. You don't know how to use it, but with this weapon, you could you can summon, a space wasp plague and take out an entire planet.
Well, we're trying to determine. We don't know if it's on or not, and we're really trying to find out if it's on.
Well, it's not emitting a signal now. You can tell that, so it's not summoning or repelling.
Okay, well, it's not calling us now, but it left a message.
Yeah.
And we really want to know what that message said.
So basically, if you tell Elsa, she'll know this information. She'll have to make a choice whether to keep it secret, in which case she's breaking the law, or she passes on her superiors. And a weapon of this power, basically, is going to get everyone's attention, and things are going to get very serious very fast. Now, this could be very good. Cavalry could come, help you a lot, or
6 cavalries.
or 6 cavalries,
Who all
or
want to fight over it.
they send the fastest ship with the nastiest Black Ops crew to kill you all and take it for themselves, because it's too important to be left in a group of, freelance lasers like you guys. So
You don't have to sugarcoat it.
to tell us what you really think.
So, and that's not even taking into account that someone's intercepting the message, another criminal cartel. You do, from the Silverhawk, by the way, you have found out they have been researching. It seems Elsa's known about this, and may have engineered this whole thing. And getting the information, they've gone to another planet to trace down, basically a group of mercenary. Let's see, what was their thing? They were dealing with the squatters, I think. So, so basically, in their adventure, they found out that someone very rich who is working for a very powerful corporation has a very large freighter somewhere in the system. It's called the Bloody Baron. And it seems now, with this information you have, it seems that this same person is the one who lured all these squatters and other civilians to this planet, so they would have the space wasp plague would have more victims. So perhaps they're wanting to see how effective this is and how quickly the space wasps can wipe out a major civilian population. But the Bloody Baron is a large ship. You also don't know where it is. The other crew, I'll just, out of character, will say that's their adventure, is dealing with the Bloody Baron and the Mastermind. Yours is to save the planet from destruction.
Hooray!
Go team!
So the problem is with the Bloody Baron. So there's already one very rich and powerful person, whoever that is wanting to get this and use this to whatever end. And you can see what lengths you're willing to go to do this. So it's basically a big risk, big reward kind of thing. So if you want to contact them, you're certainly able to. It could pay off really well, but there could also be major complications and downsides to it. So that's your choice right now if you want to try and get help. And what kind of help? You can also lie about why you're doing it, but still provide some sort of fabricated story to provide, justification of why you aren't criminals and why you need help. Like, oh, we're going undercover to break a major ring. We had to do this in order to not break our cover or whatever. We're something like that.
We had to do some drugs while we were out there.
Exactly.
Speaking of which,
are you able to use your Vosmal abilities to see through time and tell us which course of action would be the safest one?
Yeah, man, I think I can try that.
you want to hit off this to make it better?
I don't know how that would work, man.
Look, neither do I. I don't even think this drug was meant for my species, but...
What happened to the flour? I'm trying to make some muffins.
Like, are muffins pretty hardcore?
Sure. Can I have my flour back?
Oh, totally. Let me score some muffins when they're done.
Okay. Okay, everybody, keep telling them that flour is drug, so we won't find anything really dangerous, right?
Then we find out that flour to my species is basically like supercharged cocaine.
Yeah.
Gary, you're the coolest, man.
All right, what ability do you want to use?
I will
Time sight.
Time sight. Well, let's just sight some time, why don't we?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Apparently. Time sight, special. All right. Far out.
That's basically the code word for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I say it. Do.
You put a little style on it.
Yeah.
Doot.
One of your likely immediate futures. Okay. So, how many points do you have in it?
I have 2 points in time sight and 10 points in psychic vitality, which I think also matters.
Okay, psychic depletion. Oh, immediately after using any ability, you suffer psychic depletion. You can avoid it by making a successful psychic vitality test. So basically, you take damage, and other bad things happen unless you make a psychic vitality test. Mm-hmm. So, thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
So in terms of this, you're gonna have to give me something that I can give you possible futures on. So, like, what course of action or what?
Okay, we tell Elsa the truth.
The truth. Okay.
That's the easiest way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very well. Info dump. I assume there's an info dump.
I assume there is as well.
Good.
Gary has that's a little plastic box around
1
that.
or 2 points?
2 points.
2 points. Both your points?
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't used any of my Vosmal's abilities yet, so I'm going to spend them.
The way, we take keys, insert them, turn at the same time to unlock the info dump button.
All right. So you realize you get glimpses of your future. You see yourself in the facility. It's an alien bunker in the ice cap that's opened up because of this sphere. You know that. There's a scene of carnage, of violence, your weapons hot from being discharged, battle. You can't see who's alive and who's dead, or if anyone's been wounded, but you're alive. But you see Mary working at a machine. You see her trying to figure something out, and Elsa providing information. But then later on, you see yourself being put into prison. Something about the needs of the many, the truth can never get out.
Hey guys, I don't think we should tell Elsa the truth.
Well, you get the sense that they would help, but it would not be personally good for you.
Because I gotta keep going.
All right.
I gotta. Re-evolution is the key.
You think the Combine
someday I'm going to be
would help
energy
you
again.
Save the planet, but they're going to cover this up.
They aren't going to be cool about it, guys.
Give me a psychic vitality test.
Alrighty. Just I assume 1 dice.
It is 1 dice. You can spend points on it. You need a 4 or better.
I need a 4 or better, so I will spend 3 points in psychic vitality.
All right. Well, then you automatically make it because you.
I'm not going to roll.
Well, roll for the sake of rolling.
All right.
Because it's important that you roll.
6. Yeah, I got a 9.
Well, you don't lose 3 health. You don't have to pay an extra point for each investigative spin. You can make investigative spins when you only have 1 point in the pool. You don't suffer a drop in your hit threshold. You don't have an increase in difficulty of all general abilities. Yeah.
There's a reason why I give myself tons of psychic vitality.
Yeah, that was really, it sucks. So you realize that there is going to be some problem that Mary can't solve on her own, and that the resources of the Combine will be able to help you, but that there will be consequences for you.
Guys, we got to figure out a way to get help without
We don't know
throwing
what kind
ourselves
of help.
under the bus.
You don't
I
know
think
what
a certain amount of truthiness is called for, but not the whole entire truth. Perhaps if we were to make Elsa aware of the danger that the site is under.
Well, you don't know what the help is. Does anybody have... I forgot. There is a xenoarchaeology skill, right?
Xenoculture?
There is,
Yeah,
xenoculture.
nobody has it.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I have xenoculture.
Xenoculture for 0 points, and you can make spins if you want. But for 0 points, I'll give you the core clue, which is you realize the problem that Mary's going to have is related to this xenotechnology. She won't be able to solve that on the own, so that the only way to get any person that you get help from is going to understand why you're getting that help, what you're trying to accomplish. There's no way to disguise the ramifications of this from that person. So if you get help from the Combine, they're going to know. But of course, that's one possible future. And now that you know that, you can change it by running away as soon as
Or
you
just
save
saying,
the planet.
don't arrest me, dude.
Well, that's certainly a valid try.
We're still with it. Abundance 5 is kind of a shithole anyway.
And the Combine is not the only faction. There may be other people who might be able to help. So you don't know until you get there. You don't know what exactly Mary's going to need help with exactly. I mean, you know it's related to xenotechnology, but...
So for a point spent on xenoculture, can I know maybe a university or an organization then?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Point of that. With that, you realize that other planet that you'd actually looked for to figure out we'll say, because I'm going to be real creative and call it Athenia 7, which is in a different system. But that was the university world where they have technology experts. That was the other place you could have gone to have your artifact studied.
But I like our decisions.
So you can contact them. And you can give me an academic's name.
We'll say
Dr. Zayas.
Thank you, David. That is exactly
Sure.
what his
Dr. Dr. Marilyn Zayas. Another Vasmal. There's going to be a lot of Vasmal.
All right.
Yeah, because
So
we're
how
all
long
just
has he
looking,
been at this? How long has he been at the university, Ross?
Marilyn Zayas is identifies as a woman.
He's always been there.
She's
always
She.
Been there.
She's always
Dr.
been there.
Marilyn Zayas.
Everybody's got to find a way to find a way back to how it used to
She
be.
is quite eccentric,
Everybody needs to
brilliant,
find a way to be immortal.
and she uses her own Bosmal powers to understand xenotechnology. So,
So,
We're all just looking for a way home,
option A, we can call her and talk it out and risk open airwaves, or option
well,
B,
there's also
we
going
go
to be.
kidnap a professor.
am
mean,
not
is it
going to
really
go and
gay?
ask
That's
a
more
Bosmal.
criminality. I don't know if we need any more of that.
Here's a time factor in that the sphere did possibly summon a giant space wasp, which is incoming. So,
By the way,
you may not have.
what kind of muffins were they?
I don't know what
Blueberry.
blueberries.
Banana
Yes.
So let's see
phone.
what I think of them.
I thought this is your.
Oh, but I can. Oh no, I know what he's doing, and I'll send him a.
Okay, you're sending your
Oh,
brother
the blueberry muffins are a 5 out of 6. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna add that to his list.
Okay. Somehow, yeah, the brothers share an inventory space. Thanks to their awesome menu and skills. All right, so getting her is going to be a problem.
Okay. All right.
Getting her here is going to be a problem in time. The best way would be to come up, basically be assholes and lure her here, trick her into coming.
I have no.
Is it really
Do you
tricky
have any
if
more
we say,
xenoculture?
hey, we have this
No,
cool thing?
I don't, unfortunately.
Does
I
anybody
don't
have
feel like that's
downside?
tricky.
I've got downside.
2 point spend. Can you do that?
I sure can.
If you want to, you can make a spend.
Yes, I'm spending 2
feels-
downside.
All right,
This
2
feels
downside
dirty.
points. You know that there are, the hip stars and the other squatters, and of course the rebels of Abundance 5 have an interest in xenotechnology, and you could make contacts to them and have them create a forgery of an alien artifact and send the message, data about this forgery to her. Say, hey, look, we found this other unrelated, totally not a space wasp summoning artifact on Abundance 5, but the squatters are going to try and dig it up and destroy it or sell it. You need to get here quickly to claim it.
Hey, girl, look at this cool thing we found.
Yeah.
I like that. Hey, girl, look at this cool thing we found. Damn shame about those squatters getting ready to move in
It's a
on.
forgery. You can make it up. What is it?
Hey girl. Hey.
I don't think I've got forgery.
I'm inspired.
No. You with the points of downside, you have a contact. I will. Does anybody have a point of what is it? Negotiate or bargain?
Oh, I definitely have some of that.
With a 1 point bargain spend, you can negotiate with someone to arrange this for them. So you just as a role playing thing, what is the artifact that you were luring her here with?
We have a featureless sphere. I say it's a cube that's just completely covered in just bullshit hieroglyphics. I mean, it's just like they're overlapping. It's
Like-
like it'll take
you know
years
what?
just to decipher, like
It's like the
splitting them
Rosetta
and
Stone,
then just
man.
decoding each
But every
one.
once in a while,
what is
it
Dr.
whispers to us
Zayas's,
every once in a while.
what
It's
is
the
her
Rosetta
personal passion when it comes to archaeology, xenoarchaeology?
Erratics, i.e., things that show up in places that it makes no sense that they're there.
Okay, so because I've got a 2 in Bala history, I'm going to dovetail off of the idea of the cube, and I'm going to basically cover it in ancient Bala runes that shouldn't have any reason to be in the middle of this sector of space for any reason at all. Okay. And I've also got a little bit of geology, so I'm going to make it look like the stone is entirely different than it actually is. A rock... how do I word it? Red, if you've come this far, follow the stone wall. You'll find a brick of obsidian underneath there that shouldn't exist
Okay,
for any
It's
reason.
like purple obsidian, I think.
All right.
And it's carved in runes that shouldn't exist.
Mr. Dufresne.
If you can
I'd like
find
to say that he had a good time, but he didn't.
Okay.
if anybody else has history, we can basically make it into a Rosetta Stone by basically carving it with, or fake carving it with runes from multicultures.
And it dispenses chocolate.
Voss mall culture, man.
Yep. You don't need to make any more spins like that. That's enough.
We want this to be as convincing as possible.
No, I mean that. Like I said, the
They're
what's the
amazing,
downside and the point of negotiation is enough to get them to create the they're basically, it's not even a real object. It's just faked visual and 3D data.
My Photoshop skills are dope.
Basically,
we think it dispenses espresso, maybe.
Space espresso.
And also your credibility as lasers, like, you're professional, so you have to put your name on it, because she would trust you enough to do that, to go out. So she is heading.
Do the Vossmall have anything that's like a winking emoji?
Sure,
because I want that on the stone.
Yeah. So she is quite intrigued. Where do you want to have her? Where do you want to rendezvous? Do you want her to rendezvous at the ice cap, or do you want to meet her somewhere else?
I would say at the ice cap, because we want her at the place that we've tricked her to come.
Okay.
And then when she gets there, it goes, "Hey, there isn't a sphere. There's just a disc. Like you would put a giant floaty orb." Oh shit! Please tell me you don't. That's a giant floaty orb. Yeah. So now that we've got you here,
the first thing is like, do you promise not to get mad? No.
Like you can't promise that.
What's her first name? Marilyn.
Yes. Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn, what's going on?
Hey, yeah, this sounds really cool.
Glad you
I'm
came.
really digging the vibe. I think I'll get some really good discoveries out of you. I get really good vibes from you lasers. You're doing good work, saving and protecting.
Blueberry
people.
muffins are amazing,
and you're just really trustworthy and honest. And I really
That's
like
good flour.
Yeah, and so I'll hop in my ship, get there as soon as I can.
Get there, lickety split.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. So
it's like, so she flies in listening to sitar music on the console.
Of course.
Yeah. Apparently so. So I assume.
but because this is also space, she's listening to sitar, but it's
Space sitar.
well, one, it's space sitar, and two, it's an arrangement.
Dude,
for
that's an actual
Thunderstruck.
good band name. Space sitar.
Yeah.
That's more like a Spotify playlist for ambient music. So, anyways, or a radio or a streaming internet radio station. But anyways, I assume now you are going to take the shuttle down to the ice cap itself with the artifact to, gain access to the facility, because there was a future foretelling of violence.
And, just like hang out.
Yeah, we'll just hang out.
Just kind of, you had to find the receiving dish.
Brings hey, can we get a plate of those? Those are really delicious, Gary, to take with us.
Yes, here's a baggie.
Like
Gary.
baggie.
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay,
Gary, this is very important.
Uh-huh.
If any of us contacts you with the word sundown as the primary message, leave system as quickly as possible and take these passengers with you. You and Colby need to get out as fast as possible if we say sundown. Sundown means that everything has gone horribly wrong and we are most likely dead.
Or balls of energy.
Oh, man, no, not again. Oh, man, not again. That's why I was on that bench. Colby's like, all right, it's fine. Just,
Gary's got like this great backstory that we never even plumbed.
It's okay. Gary, look at me. Does this smell like ether?
Yeah.
Colby?
Yeah.
Here is the ether. Remember, sundown.
All
Get
right.
out.
Give me an emotion control test. Difficulty 4.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Yep. New dice.
Because you
New dice.
just said we could all die and the planet could be destroyed.
I am perfectly fine.
All right. Yeah, you're fine.
For now.
They don't exist. And so you head down to the ice cap. You're all wearing your suits because they provide warmth as
And
well.
because they're just cool.
Well, sure.
Do you have designs on yours?
Yeah.
I want you
Patches.
to understand. I said if
Okay, yeah.
everything goes horribly wrong. It's entirely possible that everything will go horribly right.
It's like, oh hey,
Technically, that's
but
true.
hey, it's like, but hey
And
man.
we will be hailed as
But if you
heroes.
fly off that there's not a problem, I'm gonna find you and eat you. Just want to tell you.
You can't do that. Your species isn't allowed to do that because genetically engineered.
I do the equivalent of just stare at him smiling.
Yeah.
You You tell yourself that.
Have
fun.
All right. So,
I totes wood.
as you descend into the atmosphere, over the ice cap, the golden sphere starts to hum audibly, and it starts changing color into first silver, then bronze, and then sort of inter.
I can't tell if he just went to second and third place, or if this thing's doing an apocalypse.
And then sort of a fractal pattern.
Ew! Oh no!
Yeah.
No! I'm flying the shuttle. Don't let me look at that. That is weird.
It sort of hurts the eyes to look at.
I switch from hand to gun.
And I just no, I get the... Because we have a rear view, of course.
The fractal pattern starts settling and becoming more like simple, complex geometric shapes, and the colors sort of fade out or disappear until it becomes like a sphere that is half white and half black. It's a very cool sequence.
Sweet.
Yeah. That would be really awesome if we had CGI animators.
Let's see. What does it say? I'm not saying it's space wasps. But it's space wasps.
But the two hemispheres start rotating and start spinning slowly until it starts changing, and then the white sort of descends until the top, until you realize the black is the rest of the planet, but the white represents the ice cap. And there is a tiny little sort of void in the white at the top, and you realize that must be the ice cap, the facility entrance. So it's a simple matter to plot that out on a map. And as you do, though, you see a 200-meter hole of just perfect darkness.
That's not normally something you see.
You can land your... when you get closer to it, you can shine your light down and see that there is a platform of an obsidian sort of very smooth metal or material of some sort. And
hey, is that like what our made-up stone's made out of?
Yeah, who wants to go down the creepy dark tunnel first?
Well, you can land a shuttle on it. It looks like it's over 100. If you want to land on the surface and then rappel down, that would be like over. It looks like 150 meters from the surface to the platform.
Either we're going to be fine or we're all going to die. So let's just land on the thing. I say let's land on it.
That's totally solid reasoning.
All right, give me a piloting check. Because it is going to be kind of a tight fit for the shuttle.
I'll show you a tight fit.
Hey.
I mean, that's the next big adventure, you know?
Now, the thought occurs to me. There is an ancient Earthican saying, if you expect war, prepare for peace. Or perhaps it is the other way around.
How do you know so much about human culture? Do you study that?
Perhaps you and I should prepare for violence. Meaning,
you're spending 3.
Yes.
Perhaps we should trap the
4.
boobies
That was
along the
good.
way.
Yeah.
You land. You even remember to give yourself to park on the side of the platform, so Maryland ship has room to land as well. So
it's like scooch over. Yeah, don't
Dude,
be that.
that's so courteous of you.
Well, thank you. I try to be.
Nice job, man.
But as you land, the sphere starts floating towards the. Actually, towards the front of the ship.
Hey guys, the sphere wants to go on a
starts
walk.
crowding your seat.
Dude. Okay, dude.
Come on, little
down
sphere.
in front.
Come on,
down
little
in
sphere.
front.
You can't go that way. You have to go out the door. Come on, little buddy.
All right, it listens to you. After you land and the cargo door opens, it starts listening and following you like an obedient puppy.
Oh, little sphere, you're so cute.
What are we gonna name him?
Well, I mean, in that it's floating
Little
perfectly.
sphere.
Little sphere.
It floats perfectly in a straightforward line. There's no variation, and it doesn't vibrate. Because
it's not mad.
Yeah, it's just like stationary in the universe, and everything's moving around it. It's very creepy to look at.
I don't think that's creepy. I think that's like reassuring.
All right, yeah. No one else. I don't know. How do you guys react?
Me and Io are prepping weweaponry.
And
I'm more just like it's fine.
The shuttle does have a cannon on it, which is like a crew-mounted weapon. So it would be, the equivalent of like a light autocannon.
Right.
It's a little heavier than your standard pistols and rifles.
Yeah.
Don't you live there?
So
lines and booby traps.
you open the rear hatch of the shuttle, and as you do, the sphere just immediately comes out, and then there are these sort of lines that just light up, like just lines of kind of. Yep. The facilities coming to life.
Home. Look at this.
The pattern on it changes to sort of a complex network of sort of soft silver lines and sort of inky blackness. You can't really make it. The pattern is reminiscent of circuitry, but
like, hey, you know what? I just love that we still have no idea what's happening right now. That's
and it's heading to the far end of the tunnel, and you can see there's just like this sort of spherical opening. That's
you know what I thought about?
Leading into
we don't know if that's activating it or deactivating it.
I'm following it.
Yeah.
Where you going, little sphere? What's happening?
Casey, perhaps you should go with Ethel.
Why would I want to do that?
Because Val and I are going to be trapping the entryway for the inevitable violent
Where's
horde that is
Mary
going
at?
to be chasing after us.
Mary's with you. She's actually following you.
Well, he always thinks there's going to be a violent horde.
She has a tablet.
He did that at that birthday party a few years ago.
Casey,
was
in
I
this
wrong?
Case,
Well, no. I mean, yeah, granted it was the most violence I've seen yet, but you didn't have to just prepare for it. I mean, I'm glad you did, but that was ridiculous.
Well,
Casey, we are well aware of the fact that there is a violent
space
horde
elves
incoming.
before, then you just know that there's just bound to be knives and automatic weapons. Always.
Do you know how hard it was to just not eat things on the ground? It was hard. It's a good thing I was full of birthday cake. That was a good cake. What I think of the cake?
Sympathize with this issue.
It wasn't a very good cake.
All right.
I don't know what was in it. It just wasn't very good.
So I assume you're following the artifact as it floats.
Where's the artificial?
I'm more kind of just like I want to just like
They are. Io and I are setting just half-assed like propane bombs basically, and whatever else we can rig up in the back of the shuttle.
Are you getting a positive vibe here? Because I'm not getting anything.
Okay, well, hold on. First off, let's take care of this. If are you setting up a defensive perimeter, or are you setting up a trap?
I'd say more of a defensive perimeter.
Okay.
But
Well, because of Ethel's earlier vision, we know that someone is coming to a violent end here. We do not want it to be us.
All right.
So we're setting up perimeter defenses. We're
homemade
setting up
claymores on the wire. So yeah, booby traps, but in the name of
where
defense.
do you want to do this? In the on the landing platform, or do you want to scout ahead and see what the tunnel, what's in the tunnels?
I'm thinking that since there's a landing platform and a tunnel leading from it.
Well, yeah, you from the entryway of the tunnel, you can see that it branches off in several ways.
Okay.
So as you see that you don't. I'm pausing the game right now to just sort of get an idea what you would. The sphere hasn't yet taken a fork, one of the forks yet. So you can choose whether to follow it to see where it's going, or you can start setting your perimeter now. So,
well, I'm thinking that since we know that there's one tube way in to a certain point, because it goes tube and then it forks.
Yes,
we're going to be trapping the tube.
Okay.
One way in.
So, like at the entrance of the tunnel.
Yeah,
basically.
But
entrance of the tunnel, and then a little bit further down in the tunnel, and then.
But you guys can get past it, so like you can get Marilyn past it.
Well, I assume it's like Claymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be clackers.
Okay.
Well, honestly, since we're homemaking them, they probably would just be clackers. That's pretty easy to cobble together.
Or a bell that you have to.
Do you have any ability related to this?
I have got.
Oh God, my
Do you want to make some kind of?
Actually, I have 2 in explosive devices.
That would be a valid ability to use.
Let's use that. Tom.
Actually, to tell you what, David, you go with her. I'll help him set up.
Is explosives a general ability?
No, that's a technical ability. Actually.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to spend 1 or 2 points? And
you spend one, I'll spend one. I've got it as well.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say I've got kinetics, so it would be put the mine here and here.
No, explosive device is good. Kinetics more like ballistics, I think.
Right.
Person give me a preparedness check too for ingredients and stuff.
I will.
All right.
Let me do that before I go with Ethel. Okay. Because I've got preparedness at 10, so I'll spend 4.
You know what? Like,
all right.
Working with bombs is awesome.
6.
Yeah, you brought a shitload of stuff set up.
It's almost like we saw the future and knew that we were going to need these things.
All right. So,
I'd rather be working with explosive devices with you than go over.
All right, so the two of you are setting up a line.
It's
of
okay.
that.
Little Spear's not going to hurt you.
And if one person wants to make an athletics check, you can ring the entire tunnel, including the top part.
Yes.
All right.
I will spend 2.
Because there are some... the walls are not smooth. They're sort of like...
It'll be a 7.
All right, yeah. There is circuitry and machinery, but you can climb it easily without damaging it.
I got my little rocket boots. I just...
Yeah. And with the rocket boots, you don't, fly too fast or damage anything, because you don't know what the specification, how durable this stuff is, or if you're going to accidentally set something off explosive with the rocket boot. But you don't, because you're very cautious and very precise. So you set up an entire ring of explosion, of claymores around the entrance. So whoever pushes the button, and whoever's in front of that is going to just vaporize. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Assuming it's not some weird unstoppable
giant space wasp, or whatever.
This will put a big chunk in it. I'll say it does the full thing. You both spent a point. You made the preparedness check, so 2d6 plus 4 damage.
Woo. All right.
So
I'm okay with that.
And plus knockback and stuff like that.
All right.
So that's a good amount of damage. But you have to get it. You have to get it the right position. So, anyways, you two are heading in there. The branch path. The path branches several times. The place is lighting up though. Sort of a gloomy, half silvery light though. It's very frigid at first, but the temperature is rising quite rapidly. About 1 degree Fahrenheit every minute or so.
Little Sphere, you heating things up, man?
It started about -10, and it gets up to about 30, just below freezing. In like half an hour, which for you, this is a very large place too, so this is requiring a lot of power.
Little Sphere, why you got all your power?
Yeah. Well, it's not this. You realize this is a remote, but the Sphere's not doing it. The Sphere just told the machinery of this place to do it. So this is an intact alien facility, kind of like the moon, but way more advanced. This was not like a tomb or a burial site. This was an active lab or military base or bunker or something like that.
No, Sphere, you're so deep.
Yeah.
Is Sphere's feeling friendly towards us?
So you come to a massive chamber to where you can barely see the ceiling. It's at least 50 meters up. And you're just like ants in a normal person room in terms of scale. And
Whoa.
I would actually be an uncle.
Yeah. Okay. But there is a large receiving dish set at the far wall that you can see. There's an impression perfectly sized for the Sphere. And it's set into the wall. So the impression is sort of like a couple meters up. So it starts placing itself in the groove. And then the disc around it starts rotating and lighting up. And you can see more machinery along the far wall start acting up. And as you
watch...
watch...
What is Mary?
Mary's like, oh my god, here, take this, record this, you do this, record that. She's freaking out. She's practically having a heart attack because, find of the century and et cetera, et cetera. So she's too busy collecting data to make any kind of analysis.
Mary, what does this all mean?
Shut up and record. So you can make your own skill checks. But she ain't telling you shit right now.
Archaeology?
Well, I have energy signals. And
yeah.
I don't have archaeology.
You do have energy signals?
But I do have energy signals.
Give her some
signatures.
Signatures, yeah. You're near enough to the shuttle that you can get readings from it through your wrist device or iPhone, essentially.
Okay. So that's boosted because I'm a boss mall. So
singularity form.
I'll spend 2 and technically only spend 1.
The Pixel 800. Yeah, go for it.
Do I need to roll?
Sorry. 2 points total?
Yes, 2 points total, but I'm actually only spending 1 because boost.
You look to the far wall. farthest away from where the ship would be, and you can see there is sort of like this, kind of like you see it would look like a container, like a big cylinder to contain some sort of biological sample, but it's the size of like a trailer, like a semi-truck trailer, except, obviously, so, a column.
Cylindrical?
Yeah, cylindrical, good. And there is some sort of mass inside of it. You can see the exterior is, and it's being led on this sort of assembly line or like a conveyor belt, sorry.
So there's a whole bunch of them, or just one?
There's just one that's sort of coming out and moving further. You can see it briefly as it's going back into the machinery of this complex. But with the 2-point spin, you can pick up a biological signature from it. That is.
I also have biosignatures.
Okay. Do you want to spend anything on that?
Yeah, I'd love to spend 2 points in that one, which is also boosted.
All right. So by the time it disappears in the complex of the machinery, and there's only the one. You get positive confirmation. That's a minotid.
That's like the bad.
Yeah,
that's
the space wasp.
Oh, it's a space wasp.
And it was in suspended animation. It's coming out of it now. Before you lose track of it back in the complex of the machinery.
Guys, we got a problem.
And then the first disc lifts up. The sphere stays where it is, and then another disc comes up, and the sphere locks itself into that. And Mary's like, "Oh, it's activating. I'm getting data from it. This is what we were looking for. This is the machinery that will let us decipher what it was programmed to do and make changes to the program and send out a new signal if we wanted to. It's so complex. She's freaking out again.
Mary, calm down.
By the way, where's Marilyn? Is she?
Marilyn is en route.
Okay.
She'll get up here when it takes time.
Light years away.
Yep. She had to load her ship up and get some grad students. That's what I was, yeah.
And she also had to stop for munchies.
No, those are prepackaged. She's got that. She's got her supply chain figured out. At least not then. But grad students, those are always hard to find.
Do the interns get their own Glocks, or do they share? They're just sharing one.
So... let's see here. Io, did you want to make any skill spins while you were watching the same time she was analyzing? Ethel was analyzing the.
Would archaeology work?
Yeah. You 0, 1, or 2.
2.
2. All right. With this, you realize that this facility was clearly. Meant as some sort of... It's an automated broadcast facility, and these spheres are actually sort of... You would guess they actually have some sort of artificial intelligence. There is some sort of pre-programming in there. This is clearly... It is designed to interface with this facility and then move on. So there was... which makes... Why was it buried in there? And then perhaps... The burial was to keep it from... it was malfunctioned, but for some reason they didn't want to destroy it or modify, or they couldn't, perhaps.
I knew you were smart, little seer.
So it's a malfunctioning drone.
And they wanted... Well, here's what we definitely know about the fact that they had it buried on the moon. Now that we see the function of it, we know that it was buried for a reason, and part of that reason was to prevent it from doing that thing that it just did.
Well, actually, you realize... I assume you're sharing information.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be kind of nice. Like, you know what I love about setting bombs is we don't hear anything else that's going on.
You realize the Minotid actually might have been a secondary defense mechanism against the drone. It is waking the Minotid up and possibly funneling it to this very chamber in order to attack the drone and destroy it before it does something. Of course, if the drone is destroyed, then you lose the ability to send a new repelling signal out because Mary won't, obviously, she won't have anything to interface with the machinery anymore. So, this is all theory, though. But you're guessing the angry Minotid, that for whatever reason, it wanted to spit out a minotid first before you could interface with it.
As opposed to a happy minotid?
Please tell me that you are packing.
Always. You never know when you might need a gun.
Soon.
Good vibrations.
So you don't know how long you have before the minotid's awake.
Kill?
Yeah. You don't know how big this place is, and you don't know... So what do you want to do?
Planting all the booby traps, lines and traps full of snaps, putting up the boomy kids to
You want to use one of the claymores?
Yeah. I think we need to protect the sphere with more booby
Like I just left one over my head like, incoming bomb!
Yeah, that's the safe way to do it. Well, you set it up along the tunnel entrance, and it took you all time to do that. So, if you want to set up if you want to remove,
or make another one.
Make another one. That would be another preparedness check because you used all the ones you had to make one big boom.
Can we fit the ship down the tube?
The tunnel?
Yeah.
No.
It's all
If
right.
you want to take the crew-mounted weapon, you could
you should do that.
You could take it out.
No, I'm totally doing it.
All right.
Okay, hang on. Let me take a look in my fanny pack and see what I've
With
packed for
botany
emergencies.
and chemistry, does botany help me at all with these? I'm just going to ask
Spending
that
3
first.
preparedness.
With botany, to what end?
To find some sort of weakness.
For the minotid?
That was a wasp.
Well, they're called space wasps, but they're 5 meters tall and they can fly through space. So they're not really related to Earth wasps. Given
They lied to me.
yeah, they look like wasps. Sorry, I'll get you in a second.
Is there an image of them?
There is an image of them, and let me find it.
Yeah, you better.
Okay, now there's going to be 2 of them.
Oh, is that all you got, Ross?
Oh, okay. There's
3?
Shut it.
Yeah.
Ross,
Yeah.
we think that you're actually very handsome, very wonderful,
Don't
very
read the
kind.
Don't read the stats.
Or I'll make the numbers bigger.
It's okay. We can't see those numbers from here.
I mean, I could. I got a book, but
Let's see here.
Tom,
Actually, I will say,
stop helping.
Minotits have a venom that sort of, dissolves people into goo that the Minotids then suck up. But with a botany spin, you could make something that's resistant to the venom.
I'm going to do that.
All right. So you can make 2 versions of it. There's one that's an anti-venom, obviously, that you apply to someone who's been injected with
apply directly to the wound.
The other one would be one that's sort of a topical one that sort of resists the venom in the first place. It would be like armor against the attack, or do you want something that would heal against someone who's been successfully stung?
Is there one that I can make more of?
No, you can make it, but I'm not going to be that granular. So.
Okay. I think that armor is better, yeah?
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound
Yeah,
of cure.
that's what I'm thinking.
All right. You can roll D6. How many points are you spending?
I only have 1, so...
All right. D6 and add
Can I
2.
spend chemistry? Would that help?
Yeah, if you want to spend that.
Okay, so
I'll throw a spend on botany. I'll spend 1 quarter.
All right, you have to go back to the ship to do this. I'll say you've done this before, so because you knew there was minotits, so this is like a preparedness thing. So, for every point you spend, roll a d6, and then add them all together, and that's how many points of armor you can then apply. So,
am I counting his or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like 3d6 total.
Ooh, I got 1 6 and a 1 and a 2.
So 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, so you have 9 points of armor you can give to people, and so every point of armor, it's ablative. So, if it stings you for 1 point, it would remove 1 point of armor.
Everybody...
And if it just does armor damage, you don't take anything from the venom.
Everybody
There's
gets 2.
special rules if someone... yeah.
And then, and Mary gets 1.
Okay. So just remember that if you get stung. All right. So, this has all been happening. Mary's trying to decipher the data, trying to reprogram.
Mary, I'm just going to rub this on your skin. Don't worry.
Okay, sure.
It's thinking lotion.
Yeah. So,
it's got aloe in it. It's really nice.
It's cool.
Yeah, you really don't want to have the venom go through. You can also make medic spins if someone gets stung to stop the venom.
Stop the goo process?
Yes, the gooification. But So I'll just go from left to right and figure out. Io, what was your question earlier?
So they've got the explosive booby traps out there.
At the entrance.
Yeah. I said, I'm going to make another preparedness spend.
Okay.
And take a look and see if I manage to think ahead far enough to bring that spool of monowire and the little welding torch.
Uh-huh.
And I got a 6 on that, so... Can I put up a couple of cheese graters?
Like wire that you, like, if it flies into it, it would get cut by the wire kind of thing? Okay.
I'm going to give a new meaning to the phrase, cut it off at the knees.
Okay. I'll say you can have that stuff, but at this point, you haven't had time to apply, to set anything up like that because you helped get the anti-venom to everybody. So, at this point, the complex shakes. You hear metal reverberating somewhere in the distance. Yeah, kind of. There's shuddering, grinding sound coming from deep below.
Hey, Mary, we're going to need you to figure out how to, like, do some repelling. Like, repelling those wasps.
Wasps? What? Oh, yes. Well, I still haven't deciphered the signal. It's very complex.
All right, we're going to get you some help.
Okay, that's good.
Try not to die.
And then all of you hear sort of a high frequency buzzing sound.
Do I hear it more than others?
You do hear it more than others.
Like, I don't normally do this, but I tuck behind him. Just,
so
like you have a large gun. Yes, Ross.
We'll get to you in a second, actually. First off, so you wanted to dismount.
Yeah, so I am out of the auto.
Okay. Actually, no. Actually, it's more. Like jump on top.
So you can't fire it even two-handed. You have to set it on a tripod. That's sort of like it's a big fuck off gun.
But I'm a Terminator.
No, he's a big fuck off guy.
Okay, I'd say you can, but your hit threshold is 2.
Right.
Unless you find something to...
Unless you drop it, because you're real easy, because you're really slow.
Right.
So I believe it'll do +4 damage on a hit. So yeah, so that's its stats. So you were doing that, and that's about all you've had time to do so far.
Right.
You how many points of athletics do you have?
5.
Okay. You hear the buzzing. Your ancestral memories of, the space the Minotaur swarms sort of cause your limbs to lock up.
Actually, I'm on his back. Just
yeah, you can't really move at this point between the heavy weapon and him.
As I whisper, like, I'm so sorry.
So Casey,
really
you can spin.
Need you to not.
You can spend 4 athletic points to move again.
Would you like me to do that?
Please.
I just with my my heart held high and my mouth full.
Or you can face the penalties as if you were hurt, which means -1 to everything.
With my heart held high and a mouthful of blueberry muffin, I will move.
So the space wasp is coming. The Minotaur is coming.
The
lights are getting lower. They're sort of gloomy, especially up there. It's very tall. It's about 20 meters up to the ceiling. More than enough space for a space wasp to fly through.
Right.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Wait.
So activate ocular implant analyzer for targeting purposes. So,
okay. Do you know what bonus that gives you?
It gives me a +1 to hit on my rolls.
Okay. You want me to stand by with the trigger in case we can lure it?
Yes, I do.
So the thing is, you have the sort of initiative. You know what's coming.
Right.
And you guys are close enough that you can talk to each other via your headsets. And because you're not idiots, you 3D map your path from the entrance.
Yeah, naturally, as professional lasers.
Yes, professional lasers. You're not idiots like, I don't know, certain crews in sci-fi movies, starting with Prometheus. You know how to walk and chew gum. So you can get to each other pretty easily.
Snakes.
You can get to each other pretty easily. So you tell me what your plan is for dealing with this incoming space wasp.
Well, I think I'm pretty like
you could try. And
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's is going to be like an adventure game of use gun on bug.
Well, that's the thing is you don't know which group. You're split up. You don't know if it's heading towards you guys, or you two. You could try and lure it to a specific location by making a lot of noise or doing something to get its attention. Flares, etc.
Making an insect buzzing sound.
Guys, maybe don't bring it to where the girl is who can
all right, just
turn this thing off.
All right,
We've got ancient wasp food. We've got big energy from the ship. Yeah, I think we just. And we have bombs and big gun. I say we just light this thing up like the 4th of July.
Also, keep an eye out for Maryland.
Can I have like a loudspeaker option on my headset?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start making like a humming some kind of noise like hey your favorite food's over here.
You can spend a point of flirting.
I'm spending that. Or flattery.
Yeah, either one.
No, it's flirting I'm like,
hey, big boy.
It's like, all right, I'm in a mating dance now.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
Hey there,
it's your feather dance. Yeah.
I wrapped myself in bacon just for you.
Oh. I regret this.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe if it works, I could actually score that. Talk about a sexual adventure.
It will kill you.
What's this? Melted butter.
Yeah, it will literally.
The utmost sexual adventure, the one you die.
The thing is, if you get eaten, your character will wake up with a vor fetish when he gets reborn. That's gonna work.
But it's like look at once I do that, you're ready for this, right? I've got the clacker.
So. Yeah, I kind of got lost in the geometry of the space. So we don't know exactly where it's coming from.
We didn't know if it was heading to your group or your group. You did choose a bottleneck.
Okay.
So it's gonna there's no way it's inside the facility. It's not coming from the outside.
Okay.
It's coming. It will come straight at you.
So we actually got to lure it into the landing pad area,
which is what I was doing
to get the bomb. Yeah. So the plan is.
You have a kill zone set up.
And I'm doing that to lure it into the kill zone.
You're looking snuggalicious. We've got the engines fired up because I don't know how this thing tracks, but we might as well get some heat.
Now the thing is for you, Tom. Actually, Casey, you have one choice to make. Now you could be a really good lure, but the farther you are into the complex, the more likely it will detect you. Like if you hide behind the kill zone, behind the claymores, there's a lower chance it will find you. I will roll the die to determine which way it goes. But if you go out in front of the claymores, that roll becomes much easier for you.
Okay. So,
and if you get really far away, you'll just make it. So,
with your one athletics,
I'm gonna get a little out in front.
Okay, so it still comes down to a die roll.
Yeah, but one that's more.
I'm not telling you the exact odds until you commit.
Yeah, I'm going to step I'm not going all the way out.
Also, do you want to roll or should I?
You roll.
Okay. Anything but a 1, it will come towards you.
Okay.
Now the thing is, once I roll, then you're not going to know until it's too late for either you or them. So,
I'm doing the equivalent.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Yeah, because we're coming towards you guys. We'll if I do roll 1, we'll then decide what will happen for you guys. Because I assume you're planning for.
Okay, if that happens, then there is no way you can say I didn't do enough.
Yeah. All right. Give me a sense trouble to see if you detect it in time to get a running start.
I don't know why, Mary, but I just feel like
3.
things are going to be okay.
You're spending 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to roll well.
4.
Let's see.
That's not well.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous right now. Basically,
Have a muffin.
My species boogeyman is literally coming right here.
Have a muffin.
Way ahead of you.
Have 7 muffins.
It's like this muffin's made me feel good. Like it's just an ordinary muffin laced with LSD.
Otherwise known as flour.
Let's see.
I would love that flour had like a hallucinogenic effect on my kind.
All right.
Amazing.
Brings a new meaning to the word gluten intolerance.
I woke up this
no, it's not an intolerance.
Shining in.
I will say it is Fortunately, you with a 4, you do succeed. Because
Good thing I spent that.
Yeah. So you see it, and you already spent your athletics points to not lock up.
I still have
in
one
fear.
left.
You have one left.
There's a,
If you need to do any sweet jumps.
You really do need to make a sweet jump. This is not going to be an easy jump.
Yeah, here is and here's basically my best estimation of what happens now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
Yeah. There's a bug shrieking.
Yeah.
Are you Bryce Dallas Howard at the end of Jurassic World? Just
yeah. Except it's a bug shriek.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Yep.
5.
That is close.
Oh.
It is a giant space rock. But you only. It's good enough that you only suffer one attack. So your hit threshold is a 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's gonna hit.
It will hit. Because it will spend 3 points of scuffling.
Mm-hmm. So why are you rolling?
Because I want to see if it's a critical hit. It was
But it's
not. All right. So let's see.
You have 2 points of armor.
You have 2 points of armor. If I roll a 1 or a 2, nothing happens.
Hooray!
If you roll more than 1, which I do, so you take 3 points of damage. Let's see here. As you are envenomated, it's really not pleasant. But you jump over the line. So
I've got the class as I actually. You have to get it as I run. Like,
yeah.
leap and then.
Well, he had the clackers, I assume, or do you have the gun?
You
I have the gun.
I have
Okay,
the clacker.
He had
All
the clacker, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it is like as soon as I leap over it.
So you see it. You can shoot it.
Yeah, no, I target it.
All right.
Okay, Ross, at least tell me it's awesome when I do it.
Oh, it's incredibly awesome.
Like, except it's instead of a look of determination, it's a look of utter terror. Which, it's a bug, so I don't know.
All right, so I spend 3, but I've seen it, so I get my +1 for my ocular
Go for it.
implant. So I let it rip, and that's a 6.
Totally hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
And that was a +4 for the gun?
That's 2 points of armor, so it's a d6 plus 2.
Okay. That'll be a 7.
7. All right. You tear a large hole into it. It's a big one, so it's not down yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, then that's
Yeah.
chicka.
Yeah.
Roll 2d6.
That's, no, chicka.
Yeah.
It's 2d6 plus 2 because it has 2 points of armor.
All right, so 2, 3 plus 2, 5. Fuck you.
It's still up.
Do we get any knockback or anything
You
like
do
that?
get
on it?
it is knocked back, and you think for a second it's dead, and then you start burning. You start getting ghoulified a little bit, so you take 8 points of damage.
Ooh.
Well, that's I'm down to -1.
You're still up. It's not until -6 you have to make a consciousness check. Do you have medic?
I believe that
Nope.
guy has the medic.
You do have medic. All right.
Nope.
So I will say you can on your next action you could go up and hug him, giving him a shooting penalty, but rub the anti-venom goo on your burns.
Can I communicate and tell them what to do? Make a panic roll at a penalty?
Well, yeah, you can try that. It's going to be a hard medic test for you to do. Actually, he'll have to make a medic test. A base 4 if you spend 3 points on it. So he can either just make it harder for him to shoot and just scrape the goo off and shove it in his sting hole.
I'm going to spend 6.
Well, it's his choice whether he's going to be listening to you on the headset or not. So, you guys both have initiative. So, what do you want to do, Casey?
How much more shooting do you have?
I have 9 points, and I get a +1 to everything since I'm locked onto this thing.
Then at that point, it's like, I'm sorry, this might seem weird, but there is a bug rubbing against you.
Yeah, he's just fondling you, scraping all the goo off of you, shoving it in his injury.
Like, as I whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
Yeah, no. Let's be absolutely reasonable. I know who you are. We've been crewed together for 5 years, and if you fucking enjoy this, I will shove this weapon up your ass.
It's like, I can't. Well, here's the thing. I can't enjoy this because Ow.
All right, so you take a -1 to shooting.
Okay, negative. So my buff's gone. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're being jostled.
Well, yeah, no. Shit.
Actually, no, I'm more literally going like, I am so sorry.
Okay, and to be fair, since
Which
we
actually
have been crewed
has happened on
together
dates before.
for 5 years,
Yeah.
tell me that this is nothing new. I mean, we've probably seen this before.
Well, he knows not to shit where he eats. He can separate
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Besides, like, like you're,
while all of this
you're
is going
side,
on,
right?
the second that we hear the first,
Yeah, I'm a side.
so like, the metal is just.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry.
the second that we hear the first, and boom,
Yeah.
I'm going to be using that mono wire, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be booby trapping the entrance to this room because it's, good news, they found the myconid.
Yeah.
At least we know where it is.
All right, so you're fortifying your
Leave
room.
enough space
As we're
that
screaming like,
Miriam
yes,
can
it
get
does
to her.
have a knife.
What's her name? Can get to her. Marilyn.
All right, go make a shooting check.
Okay. So I will spend another 3.
All right.
Ooh, 4.
Actually, yeah, no, that's still
Sweet.
Hit threshold is a 4.
I need to swap these 6s because that's 2 1s. Those have rolled. Oh, much better. That'll be an 8.
All right, that's enough. You take its head off. It finally goes down. It only took a lot of claymores and multiple shots from a heavy weapon
Yeah.
to kill one.
Right. Yeah.
It's
No.
like, that's what you get. That's what you get. Like they're like, oh god.
I'm patting your head. Just
Just like I oh yeah, I'm in pain. I just kind of fall backwards. Like, oh
you
god.
are an ugly motherfucker, and I poke it with the barrel.
Like, you mind? I'll take my gun. Like, can I still move?
Yeah, you're fine.
Just, like, no, I'm not.
Okay.
All right, so I scoop him up, throw him on my back. I'm lumbering the gun with the other one, and we're heading.
So you're fireman carrying me?
Oh yeah, no, like we're lumbering our way down the
Any-
tunnel
Yeah.
towards them.
Any
we need
news from Maryland?
we need some anti
She's incoming.
Okay.
some no goo stuffed into him real fast, and then I'll go back
Yeah.
for Dr.
At this point,
Zayas.
it's like, I can't help but think this has happened before. Oh, that bachelor party.
Yeah. For that, at that time, at that place, for that guy that you made me hang out with, and I'm never going to forget this.
Look, I thought,
Ever.
I thought, you seemed like you two would get along well. I'm sorry.
All right, so Dr. Zayas is coming.
This needs to happen.
You all, it seems like there was only one minotid. Apparently the designers of this place did not anticipate, someone defending the drone, or the sphere. Mary's made a breakthrough. In fact, she's hooked up the machinery to a tablet. And she says, there's a way to program it through commands. The commands are in sort of a binary style system, short pulses and long pulses. And I've already translated one. A short pulse would be, for the sake of this game, is E. So,
Okay.
and let's see.
But it is either exit or eradicate.
Well, that's just the code. The thing is, I don't know what I need to figure out what the command. I think the command to there's one command I know, and that's let's see here.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah.
Log. Let's see, not log. Let's see here. Record, like record of previous events. So I think I can type that in, and I believe that at least in that will pull it up. So let me see if I can translate that. So let's see. So she's coming. So yeah, record. It's 6 letters, and the first one is short pulse, long pulse, short pulse. E is the short pulse. Then we have long pulse, short pulse, long pulse, short pulse.
You really have a thing for this?
Then 3 long pulses. No, not sorry. Yeah, 3 long pulses. And then short pulse, long pulse, short pulse.
1 batch, 2 batch.
Yeah.
Penny
Penny.
And then long pulse, short pulse, short pulse. And that will, so she enters that in, and she pulls up the previous record. And oh yeah, it was set to summon. So, but now I don't have the partial. I don't know what the command is to send the opposite signal is. So, oh god, we need an expert in this stuff.
If only we had summoned one.
Is there somewhere that a wind sweeps and
you just hear a soft noise of an engine coming in.
Hey, I'm Dr. Zayas. What's going on? Here you have some Xeno. Oh wow, this is not at all what you've described to me. But that's cool. This is really cosmic.
This is like some sweet energy, though.
Yeah, this is like synergy.
Yeah.
We apologize for the trickery, but we figured that this would be the best way to bring in an expert was to find an expert and offer something that the expert could not refuse.
Also, but it's just really cool, though. So
That's really tricky of you, but I can see why you do that. I mean, this was slightly unethical.
Did you see the winky face, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I was like, hi, I'm in agony.
Yeah, if the medic wants to heal someone.
Yeah, no, I kind of drop his carapace right at Io's feet.
So for every one I spend on him, I heal 2, right?
I believe so. I'll double check. As machinery turns on in the background, which is, I'll just, work that humming sound in there.
I'm sorry, we do not want our printers to stop working again. So
that's fair. 73.
I'm not spending that many points, Ross.
No,
I don't think he's quite that hurt.
Page 73.
73 points.
Yeah, every medic point restores 2 health points unless you're doing it to yourself. So
I'm sorry, that was a lot of damage you were talking about there.
Yeah, it's 8 points every round until you're healed.
That's unreal.
Yeah, they're an existential threat for a reason.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that's.
Well, it's a melee thing too.
He's a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah.
He's a dead mamma jamma.
There's a reason why they have a species-wide fear of them. So, you can. How many points do you want to?
Yeah, I'm going to spend 5.
All right, that's 10 points.
I'm back up to all but 1.
Yep.
It's like you've got gentle hands.
I've got a staple gun.
A little more. Oh, yeah, that's good.
So staple guns and exoskeletons. Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. That's pretty.
Are
nice.
you thinking? I was thinking either staple gun or glue gun.
Probably glue for exoskeletons.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
That's more for holding skin together for staples. I would.
Skin.
Yeah.
You people.
Whatever. If you say staple gun, it's a staple gun. It's a sci-fi staple gun. Space staples.
Oh wait, better yet, it's. Don't worry, hold still. The laser scalpel welding gun, or the laser scalpel welding torch will seal those holes in the carapace. Soothing heat.
So you can enter in, if you can figure out the code, you can enter in other words. There are probably other commands you can do.
Help.
So what was
Bring up the help command.
We know that E was a 1?
Yep, 1 short pulse.
And there's 6 letters.
So R is short pulse, long pulse, short pulse.
Short
E
pulse, the pulse.
is a short pulse.
Long pulse, short pulse.
C is long, short. O is long. You already know R.
ERCO.
Let's see here. And then D is long, short.
So was it eradicate to send the large swarm?
She only knows the command for record to find out what the record was on the sphere. That's how she found out. So she doesn't know the command to send the other signal.
Yet.
Because the log of the files don't give the commands to do those things, just what they were.
So what are we trying to find out?
The command to do that. So you don't have enough information right now to make this. So at this point, Dr. Zaya starts working on it, and Mary has to bring her up to date, so they're talking to each other.
Marilyn and Mary, that's so cute.
So you get a message, from your shuttle that's relayed from Gary. He's like, "Hey, guys,
I'll go like, hi.
How you doing down there?
Oh, just the usual.
Okay. You're all intact, right? And there's still hope and stuff.
Hey, I got stung by a minotid, and I'm alive.
Oh, the thing that eats everything on the planet.
Like, oh yeah, oh no, it was only one so far.
It's funny you mention that.
It is not just merely dead; it is quite sincerely dead.
Oh wait, how? Like, are you picking something up that you just wanted to tell us?
Yeah, I saw a minotid come out of the bleed. I didn't know they could. I don't know much about them.
They can do that.
Okay, well, it swooped over the planet. It sort of was in orbit over the city and the squatter camp area.
Oh, we're trying to figure that out. If we don't, this planet's not going to be anyone's problem anymore.
And then it left. So
it was probably scouting it out to report back, and then they're going to come probably in billions, maybe trillions.
Yeah, so I guess that was a scout to see if it was.
That was very likely a scout, and I am currently high as a kite right now on something. I would say that we've got a very short time before this whole planet is devoured.
Yeah, I'm also the other. I mean, I figured you want to know that. The other thing is that I'm getting a message, a hailing from. Do you want me to patch it from some anonymous vessel?
Yeah, you might want to hear on this too.
Okay.
Yeah, put him through. Why not? Laser.
You hear a very jovial voice. Hello, crew of the holiday. Is it? Yes, that's what my dossier is saying about you. You're all. Am I speaking to Ethel Voltaire? Val 1138? Is that right? Io and a Casey, and also I guess Gary, who is technically the strategic coordinator, but not really. It's a very interesting crew arrangement.
We all laugh. Yeah.
Great.
I do not laugh.
And it seems your shuttle somewhere flew into the Arctic Circle up there, the ice cap. I don't pick you up. Sensors aren't picking you up right now, but I assume you're still there.
We're kind of engaged. Is there something we can help you with?
Yeah. Do you activate an alien facility, base, lab? I don't know what it looks like in there.
We didn't. No, I wouldn't say we activate it. We're trying to stop it.
Oh, great! So you're trying to, and you're trying to figure out have you figured out a machine with a bunch of pulses, and you're trying to decipher it?
I'm not the science officer, so I couldn't tell you that exactly. But I'm guessing that's kind of what we're doing.
Great. Is that right? Are you the only one talking? I'm not hearing anyone else.
Our normal talker, she's doing something groovy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to just tell you what if it would be really helpful, you just enter in one particular thing?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and, shits and giggles, why don't you just tell us?
Sure. Have you figured out the whole alphabet yet?
Let me check. Hey, have you figured out the whole alphabet yet?
Nah, man.
Well, there's a guy up here that says he wants to help us out.
Who is it?
Yeah, sorry, who is this again?
Well, you're working with the ladies. I'm just a concerned citizen. I'm on board. Fine. I'm a person or persons working on board the Bloody Bear.
Hang on, let's go ahead and patch you through. Hey, I'm going to patch you through so you can hear in too.
Yeah, all right. So, I assume you're all trying to save everybody on the planet, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have the command that will send the signal to stop the swarm from coming. I'm happy to give it to you.
In exchange.
Nothing. I just want you to do it.
Tell me what it is, man.
Yeah, sure. It's repel. Have you figured out all the letters? You didn't quite get all the information there. I know what the command is repel. The E is, one short pulse. R is a short pulse, a long pulse, and a short pulse. So it would be...
Yeah, I got...
Wait a minute. Short pulse, long pulse, short pulse. Short pulse. This is ancient Earthican Morse code, is it not?
Out of character, yes it is. But just by coincidence, you've never heard of Morse code. But that's totally what I fucking did. So,
I'm still like, how do you know so much about Earth culture? I actually studied it.
so
Why are you not answering these questions then?
Because I'm kind of hurting. And I'm high on muffins.
So this.
He's done a lot of talking, to be fair, for this this bit.
Yeah, if you can do that for me, it would be really great.
This is the guy from the Bloody Baron?
Yeah. You may be wondering why I'm doing this, why we want you to do this. I mean, we got the signal, we got the summoning signal. We don't have the repel signal. It's no useful if we don't get both signals captured, so we can, replicate them.
What a friendly, helpful
Somebody
villain.
else's problem, not our circus.
Oh yeah, you just gonna pass the buck?
Not our circus, not our monkeys.
I mean, we did lose track of another group of lasers, the Silverhawk. You can tell us where they
Never
are.
heard of
we
them,
pay
man.
you a lot for that. I feel like they're going to try and interfere with us.
I've never even heard of the Silverhawks, man.
Okay, I know that's a lie. Casey's brother
I don't
TK
lie.
works on the Silverhawks. And
Well, that's not my brother.
Wait a minute.
well, you're
The energy
now,
is
what
my
now?
brother.
the bad guy's basically telling you he has a signal to stop the thing. He just wants you to do it so he can get a recording of the signal so he can replicate it.
He wants to know how to turn it off, so if somebody pays him the ransom money, he can call off his goon squad.
Well, space wasps.
Goon squad.
Tomato. So,
But that's not our circus.
yeah.
That's somebody else's circus,
Yeah, I mean, it'll save all those people and yourself.
which is our goal.
Yeah.
That's definitely our goal.
If you could send over all the technical data you've got on it, that'd be great. We could probably figure out the remaining codes.
No, man, we can't do that. Our little grad student won't even talk to us. She's so into it, so it's not gonna work.
Well, right now she's not paying attention. If you ask her, you could find out. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're lying to the
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not talking more coherently. I'm currently terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Oh yeah, this is your yeah.
It totally is. And also, my arm was just lasered back together.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
Oh wait, was there a Minotaur? We had a bet. Was there a Minotaur?
There was, and we killed it.
You only found the one though.
Yeah, and I'm guessing a couple billion of his relatives are coming for the funeral.
Oh, trillions.
Oh, billions, trillions. It's just some more zeros.
Yeah.
It's all right. They are coming for the planet that you are on right now.
No, we're in deep space observing this.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why would we want to destroy the Earth where we are?
Yeah, no, we're not
Right
dumb
now.
like that. I mean, we don't care about other people, so.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, so you got the signal? You going to send it?
I mean, we've got the code.
You're missing P and L's. All right. Anyways.
Actually,
you got the
the guy's like, Ross, can I spend history human to know Morse code?
Nope.
Why would he let you do that?
Yeah. It's just a coincidence. I had to come up with some kind of actual puzzle for you guys. David gets a point of... he can refresh 2 points of a general ability by being the first person to actually figure out what I was...
Whatever, I'm writing this in Morse code.
Okay. Did you didn't say it was Morse code.
No, I didn't
No,
say
she
it
didn't
because
say
I
it
knew.
aloud.
You do not say it aloud.
So, all right, you can restore it too. So, 2 points of a general ability you've spent.
I don't really have anything that I've spent, honestly, so it's fine.
Psychic vitality.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So, the thing is, so you realize you can try and guess and enter in other commands to figure out what the codes are, or you can go further into the other unexplored parts of the facility to see if you can gain more information to give to Dr. Zayas and Mary.
Okay, so we've got R and E. And I assume Marilyn doesn't know anymore.
Not at this point.
Okay. Would she recognize it if she went somewhere and saw it? Like, if
you can find other
farther?
commands and then enter them in there and see if they work, and then sort of
If we explore, we can find other commands.
You find other commands and then back translate essentially.
Okay.
So, more hazards for more information.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, man, I just didn't want to talk to the big bad and get information and be beholden to the big bad. So we should probably find some other commands somewhere.
yeah.
Okay.
There were multiple paths. There was one place that was much colder than the other one of the other tunnels, and then there was one that was much warmer. So those are the first two branches you can see. Or you can make point spins to try and figure out other areas to go to.
Who's going? Who's staying?
Well, I have to fly the ship to get if we're going to leave.
No, we're walking. We're not flying anywhere.
This is inside the facility.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, Jesus. No, we have to go deeper into this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very I'm very confused right now.
Okay.
Thank you. You killed that thing beautifully.
All right.
It
So
was a team effort. You helped.
I helped. Can I keep this placard?
I yank.
It's a souvenir.
I yank loose some piece of just, I don't know, industrial steel or something that's very clearly not a transistor and brace the cannon on it. And I grab him by the by the back of the scruff of the throat and drag him over. I hand him a ration bar. And I go, here's an apple and a gun. Don't talk to strangers. Shoot them.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay,
I shoot things.
Yeah.
No. I poke you over to the big one, not your little pop gun. I'm leaving the big one.
Oh,
It's braced, so just butterfly triggers, not hard.
I was okay. I got the big gun.
Yeah.
I got the big gun.
Okay.
So I'll head off into the tunnel.
Just you?
Well,
Do you
there's
want
two
me to go
tunnels
with
that
you?
It'd be ideal if someone else would come, but
there are two branches, as I said. One is warmer and one is colder than the others. Other than that, you can't really discern any other features.
energy signatures to get a hint.
Actually,
yeah, you could make a spend.
I was going to say, I've got one here that has to do with actually forensic anthropology. Would that is that the right one for? I'm trying to figure out something like biology without being directly biology. It's the Xeno. Basically, I'm trying to make a xenomedic spend. What was the way that this bug? Do the myconids do better in hot or cold?
Minotids didn't build this. They're animalistic. They're just they eat things. Another species, an intelligent species, captured one and was using it essentially as a guard animal. They put it in cryogenic hibernation and then de-thawed it as soon as you fucking microwaved it to wake it up to go kill the sphere. They did not anticipate you or interlopers being here. They assumed that the sphere would come automatically.
They weren't expecting lasers.
No, they were
and
not.
Especially not a major laser group like ours.
I would say, yeah, you can make an energy signature spend.
Okay, done.
Okay. With that, you realize the one that is warmer is leading to the power source. The heart of the base. You also detect that there are actually side maintenance tunnels or smaller tunnels, crawl spaces that are sort of average temperature. They're hidden panels, but you can open one up and crawl through them. That might take you to maintenance or technical areas. And then the colder areas obviously leading to a storage facility or storage area of... You're not sure. It's partially shielded, so you can't tell if it's biological or inanimate objects.
Okay.
So you're not. So again, you're trying to get more data,
Right.
About this code. And by the way, you can, instead of just getting the repel signal, you can probably try and, if you want to be ambitious, you can try and get more information, learn more commands, and possibly take over this whole facility, and or something. So.
I would love to find a switch target button.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you could figure that out. Of course, you don't know where the Bloody Baron is. You know it's somewhere in the system.
But we could like
the Silverhawks will probably be the ones to.
Sure.
hey,
Sure.
Silverhawks.
Yeah. So you can feed that information to them. But this place is worth a lot of creds.
Yeah.
It could be very useful to combat and help clear your names, especially if you destroyed all information they had about a weapon of mass destruction. That might be better for the galaxy as a whole if no one had this information.
No, man.
Yeah. So, which of the three areas do you think would be most interesting or most balanced?
Well,
The power source, the power area, the reactor maintenance areas, or the storage?
I don't know. It almost feels a bit tricksy. Because the storage area seems like no way. But maybe it'd make more sense to have the commands in there where they're actually keeping the shit. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that we have a limited amount of time, and it would probably be best if we have two teams going.
Okay.
So I suggest that you and I check the areas that are most likely dangerous together.
Which
That would
sounds
be-
like the storage.
Not necessarily the storage, the energy core would probably be dangerous as well. But let us start with storage, because that will probably take longer to catalog. And once we find out that it is not dangerous, or make it cease to be dangerous, either or, 50-50, toss of a coin, we can catalog the area together.
Okay. All right, so we're going to head into the cold towards the storage area?
You two?
Yep.
Okay. Casey and Ethel, what about you?
That was Alexa.
Oh my god. Stupid things would malfunction.
That's going to be what takes over when the AI. It's like, what music would you like to hear during your extermination?
I think the funniest one I've heard on that was the whole dollhouse one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, I was like, he left me the. Are you wanting me to watch the entrance?
Yeah, basically, if you're going to be laid up wounded.
I'll just say for this right now, I mean, you're not that... Well,
He's
one
not
thing, you're fully
wounded,
healed.
he's healed.
Yeah.
Right?
But besides, I have 1 damage now.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'll tell you right now, there's no point in guarding the entrance.
Then in that case,
it's gonna
I'll stand by. I'll hold back in case you need any technical support, which is what I'm good at.
No, man,
Okay,
go explore somewhere because it's pointless to guard.
Just out of care, I will tell if you don't go to one of the three areas.
That's what I say.
They're going to the cold storage. Do you want to go with them? There's also the maintenance area or the power source.
Power source.
Power source?
All right.
Power source.
I like energy.
It's like orange whip. 3 orange whips.
All right. So,
Utah. Give me
2 split up. At this point, though,
Or
as
a
you get
truck.
you're further now in the facility, you realize there's a lot of shielding. And now your headsets won't work with each other. So you'll be cut off from each
So
other.
we're on our own.
Until you head back closer towards the entrance.
Okay.
Maybe I can rig up an actual Morse code thing since I clearly know it.
It's a coincidence.
No, I'm saying I
know
do.
it.
I'm saying I do know it. I have human history at 2.
But it's anyway.
It's a variation.
I had to come up with some kind of puzzle that would be interesting. Anyways, so let's see here. So the power source, you two head there, and you can see.
By the way, right before we leave, I am going to suggest probably try enter this one. Long, short, 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 long, long, short, long, short, long, short, short.
What is that?
Dance.
Can it only take 6 letter?
You don't know at
Okay.
this point.
If only we knew. Would you like to know more?
Yeah,
Yes,
would you like to
please.
know more?
I would totally click on that.
So, it's like an alien species. Their technology is hard to use. So, the two of you head to the power source. There is a massive... it just seems to come to a dead end, and you realize their doors are set up... You're not sure how they work exactly, but you can cut through to get to the... essentially the circuitry and try and hack the door open manually, or you could try and cut through it, or you could try and find a way. Well, there is some sort of small tunnel area, maintenance area that you can use to get to the power source, you think, and it's twisty. So,
Hey, little sphere, will you just open up this door for me?
are you using an ability?
No, I'm just touching the wall.
Okay. The panel opens up, revealing the tunnel.
Little sphere, I knew you were my friend.
I don't know what all the vulnerabilities are. I don't know what ones you have. I'm
just literally, I tried to befriend the sphere earlier, and so now I'm trying.
I'll look at it. You know what? If we get through this, I'm going to get you a sphere of your very own.
That's really nice of you, man.
Actually, as you do that, the door opens up, and there are a series of lights that come up in sequence. Different colors. So you open it up, and it reveals essentially a large circular chamber with a single pillar inside, and the pillar is entirely silver except for a black metal square at the base of it. So it's not entirely a pillar, but there's a sort of a half-raised circle at the base, and on that base there's a rectangle on it. So
what does it mean?
It means all your base belong to us.
Hey. No points for you. So
no points for you.
So you can experiment with things. You could.
Is there anything else in this room besides that?
Do you have any abilities to investigate through? All right.
Yeah, I have energy signals.
Okay.
Signatures. I always say signals, but signatures.
Okay. How many points do you want to spend on that?
I only have one, so I'll spend one.
Okay, you spend one.
I also have data retrieval. I don't know if that gets me anything, but...
is that a general or a technical?
It's a technical.
Technical? This will let you use data retrieval. You realize that central pillar is got a lot of energy flowing through it. And it's very weak at the black rectangle area. It's very thin. There's very, very little shielding there. So you're guessing. Well, you're not. Yeah. Well, you only spent 1 point, so you're not quite sure. But
so you
do see on the side though, on what would be a normal featureless area, there's one area that lights up, and you realize that is something you could connect to a computer and to your little handheld computer thing, and you could try to use data retrieval.
All right.
Okay.
I do that.
All right. So you're hacking away at this. Are you doing anything, Casey?
The thing is, I'm mostly actual moving parts. I don't know about this energy shit or hacking. Are we trying to figure out how this place runs?
We're trying to figure out commands, dude.
Yeah, you're trying to get information. So
forensic engineering.
Do you have first?
I do.
Okay, yeah. How many points do you want to spend?
I'll spend 2.
All right, with 2 points. You realize, given the information that she has, you realize this is a place where they fed the reactor. The black panel is something you put objects on that you want to give to the reactor as fuel.
Oh, so if we had gone through here, this would have been bad.
If you had put your hand on the black rectangle, it would have been bad. Yes.
You know what?
I'm not doing that, man.
Actually, it's a good thing we didn't do that.
Yeah. But in order to get information from the system, you're going to have to fucking mess with the reactor in order to get diagnostic codes out of it. And if you can cause an error and you know what that error will be, then you can get information you can use to decipher things. So the challenge here is figuring out something you can do to the reactor that will cause an error code to pop up, because you have that hooked up to your
maybe
computer
send
now.
something that isn't fuel through.
Yeah.
Like a muffin?
No, my last muffin.
You do that.
Mandible kiss it and just...
All right, so you're doing that. You get that. Insufficient mass, insufficient wrong element. So you're getting data out of it. So you need more information. You need to do more now. So,
but we need to feed it more shit.
Well, you need to do different things now.
Oh yeah,
spit on it.
Spit on it.
Nothing happens. You realize. It gives you another insufficient wrong material, organic material, insufficient mass. So you need to do something else, not just give it objects, but you need to fuck with it, but in a way that's not going to
destroy it.
Hopefully. So you two can think about things you can do to mess with the reactor without causing it to blow up.
like, let's play with it.
Yeah, that's
The
exactly
muffin
it.
was my best plan.
So you two,
That's my last one.
as it gets colder and colder, but again, you're wearing your suit, so you just turn the heating back up, and you get there, and you actually see a tunnel above you, as going ahead, that's been carved out. Somebody with a laser, basically cut down here. There's another expedition here. Someone else found this place. Wow. Long ago, it looks like. I mean, it looks partially frozen over again. You can only see like the end of it, but as you continue on the tunnel, it sort of starts going in not quite a spiral thing. It's like a long tunnel down, then turn around, and goes down like that. It comes onto an opening that opens up onto a platform overlooking a massive chamber, and you can see rows and rows and rows of like crates and objects. And you see like a giant picker arm above, or like some sort of, it looks kind of like a picker arm, but maybe an anti-grav picking up thing. So think of a giant crane game.
Got it.
You don't see any controls yet, but you also see there is a cylinder, another Cairo cylinder, but this one is human-sized, and it looks like there is a human in it.
What?
Scanning for life signs.
Yeah. That person is not dead. It's someone who is alive.
Well, that's
in
weird.
hibernation.
This is disturbing my calm.
There is a tablet nearby too.
Why does his uniform say Covenant on it?
Do you have any technical thing? Do you have data retrieval or anything like that?
I do have data retrieval.
All right, you can spend 1 point and get that tablet working.
Boop, boop, boop.
Hey, there's Eustace. I got the mother load. Look at all this alien stuff. It's so valuable. Look at all this. Oh, it's going to get me so many creds on Space Bay. Look at that. Look at that. There's a thing in that. Oh, look at that. That's going to be some big. Scientists are going to buy it to study it, or one of them damn bugs is going to buy it to eat it.
Have you cracked the technology? Oh, damn, man, I could cook the reactor.
Anyways, but they're real heavy, so I need to figure out how to use that big old anti-grav or crane arm to pick it up so I can haul it up here so I can... That's a whole thing. So anyways, I'm going to interface here with this here. The panels are all in the walls. They're all hidden. They didn't like having visible control things. Weird alien species. Anyways, this is of course for posterity, so I remember what I have to do in order to do it later. So anyways, here's my first attempt. And then there is all right, something's happening. No, and there's a flash of light. So it looks like if you fuck up, it assumes that instead of trying to control the crane arm, that you are something that needs to be frozen.
So
I was frozen today.
Yeah. We don't do that.
Yeah.
You want to thaw him?
He might tell you what he did, so you know not to do that.
That's fair.
Who knows? Maybe back then, like, we had no idea there were aliens.
No, he knew.
So how far down is it to where his little stasis pod
it's
is?
right on the little platform.
Oh, it's on the platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, you're guessing this platform is the loading, unloading area. So they would bring things in to be frozen and stored, as well as brought back up. So he obviously pushed the freeze me button instead of pick something up and bring it here button. So the medic, for example,
got anything in that science bag of yours?
Rub science on
it. Cut that guy open and dehibernate him without, killing him,
shattering him into a million pieces.
Yeah, I think I can probably.
He's not that frozen, but he would die.
So, like, Winston pieces, like, do like in Mystery Man, like, I'll check for a pulse.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna make
so
it.
what skills you want to use?
Well, I think I could probably use medic for that.
Okay. How many? That's a general ability.
Yeah.
So you have to make a test.
Let's try. I'm gonna spend 3 for it.
Okay.
4.
All right. Yeah. You you succeed. It was a difficulty 4. This kind of technology is known. I mean, there are variations of it, but the principles are the same. Because there's only so many ways to freeze a person without killing them and being able to bring them back. So you do that. He is weak as a kitten, though, but he can talk. He's like, "You saved me."
Yes. Which button did you push to operate the crane, sir?
Oh, I pushed the button with that little snowflake-looking symbol on it.
That would probably be...
Freeze him again.
Well, I thought it was I realize now my mistake. Oh.
Well, as long as you've learned from this.
Yeah.
It's okay. You are a precious snowflake.
Knowing is
Why don't you
half
ask
the
him what
battle.
year it is?
But now that you look at it and you have that information, there are 3 other buttons.
Okay. Do they have any kind of obvious symbols on them as well?
They're the alien symbols. So if you have
Universal symbol for castration. Probably shouldn't do that one.
Yeah, so you can make more spins if you want, or you can do trial and error.
Well, I mean, I don't have any points of xenoculture. Can I get anything at a 0 for it?
Do you have that as an ability at all?
It's just
You can only get the 0-point benefit if you have it trained at least.
just-
Yeah, no, I have,
Okay.
I have it as an ability.
You just
I
spend your
I
points.
spent my point already. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So remember, your idea is to get diagnostic information out of this. So you by saving Eustace, you've eliminated the death trap part of this.
Okay.
But the puzzle part is still here. So trial and error, and then also figuring out what is going to get you the most information. So you can also realize you could actually climb down and look at the objects because you're only seeing the tops of them. Some are cylinders, which you realize are biological things, and some of them are crates. You don't know what's in the crates at all.
Right.
So you could.
Eustace, by any chance, did you happen to bring with you a long pokey stick?
It was right over. Oh no! It shattered. My hubris. My pokey stick. Pokey stick is gone.
Like, please, a moment of silence for the Pokemon.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that would be a awareness check to see if you have a extendo pokey stick.
Thing longer.
Yeah.
I'll spend 2
Old
for
car
that.
antenna.
8.
Yeah.
I think I've got one hell of a pokey stick.
Yeah, it's got Bluetooth, which is useless. No, it actually
Where
has
did you
sensors at
buy
the end of
that?
it.
No, wait, no. It's like, thank you for using Pokestick.
Yeah.
Standard Adventurer's Kit says you should always carry a 10-foot pole with you.
Yeah.
This one is in space, so it is actually 11 and a half.
Yeah.
And collapses
It's like
down
Toto,
to
so it
3
has like
inches.
little light shows and it talks to you.
Pokey stick. Play Drink by Ailstorm.
But you have to make athletic checks to safely climb down to one row. I'll say it's 10 rows and 10 columns of objects. It's a vast chamber.
Yeah.
And so...
We're going to put Eustace right where he was when he pushed the button the first time. And I'm going to use the stick to poke button number 2.
The grab object goes down one column.
Okay.
So right now, say it's at 0, 0, or 1, 1, and now it's at 1, 2.
Okay.
Puzzles.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if.
So the first button makes it go down one column.
No, you said the second button.
Okay. Well, I was figuring first button was death trap.
Oh, well, I'm assuming you're not touching the death trap button. We can safely eliminate the death trap button. Put some tape over it and say, do not
Death
touch.
trap button has
Yeah.
been eliminated.
Yeah. So the first button, the death trap button, we're not taking it. The
Okay.
3 remaining buttons, there's 1, 2, and 3. So
Okay. So we'll push button number 1.
that moves it by a row.
Okay. Button number 2 moves it by a column.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And button number 3 makes it go down.
Yes.
All right. So now we figured out how to work the crane.
Yep.
Now we need to figure out what we wanted to grab.
That's a good question.
Man, I can't imagine. I can, cranes they no longer make with the freeze option.
So right now, all you can see are rectangles, crates and cylinders. You don't really, I mean, they seem to have different markings and things like that, but you haven't really make skill checks to help distinguish them.
I'll head down. I'll fire up my grab boots and I'll hop on down and go investigate.
All right. I'll say, you're at the top left. You're at 1-1, so right out. You're above. You basically be at 0-1.
Right.
So the platform is is just outside the main 10x10 grid.
Right. So what object is in 1-1?
It's a crate.
Okay.
So to open up the crate, because you're standing on top of it, like there's no side platform to pull the crate up.
Right.
You either have to cut into it, or you'll have to make athletics check to try and lift it up while hanging from the side.
I'm a kid who thought his life would be better if he turned himself into a robotic action hero, so I'm totally going to hang off the side and crack open the top.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
God,
say,
God
that's
bless
accurate.
you, sir.
We'll spin 2.
Okay.
It's like, what'd your dad say to that? Like, no son of mine's gonna be a robot.
Just don't. Just don't.
Did you not
Yeah,
learn it?
nope, that's 3.
Actually, KC, did you not learn your lesson on the beach
that's a 3?
Yeah.
I don't remember that
Let's
very
see
much.
here.
Considering the sheer
seems
amount
to
of
be
spirits
fine.
that
The
you
first
drank, I am
one-
surprised.
Appears to be this sort of lots of little cubes of sort of gray matter.
Okay.
Do you have chemistry or physics?
Nope. Still got I got biosignatures, if that'll allow me to study it.
Biosignatures for 0, it's inanimate.
Okay.
So,
You said chemistry?
chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, I've got ocular implant fired up, so that I'm feeding data back to him. So
Okay.
if you want to analyze through my
So I can do a 1-point chemistry spend.
With that, you realize this is fabric material. Essentially, they have nanofabricators. This is simply raw base matter that they feed into. They must have nanofabricators somewhere.
Okay.
So this is essentially fuel for their 3D printers.
Okay. So I take a note of the symbol on the top.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And by studying the area, you can eliminate. I'll say. I'll just say a flat 10 plus 1d6 of them.
Okay.
So you can you can roll d6. All right.
Oh. 2.
12. All right. So you identify 12 crates that you don't have to worry about.
Okay. So, of the rows and columns around me, are any of them the same crate, or are they all different?
You realize they have different markings, and so you've only some of the crates. Yeah, all the crates. You've identified all the fabric.
Make a linguistics spend to compare the symbols on these crates to symbols on other crates.
They're different. There are, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, in counting the cylinders, there's 6 categories of objects.
Okay.
You've identified one of them. So, yeah. So that's you figured out what to do.
Oh.
So the next category is there are 2 types of cylinders, and then there are 4 types of crates.
Okay.
Let's take a look at...
Is there a cylinder I can jump to from where I'm at?
Yep. There's a cylinder nearby.
All right, so boots again, jump over that one.
Cylinders you can look through a little bit.
Okay, so I fumble around trying to see what I can see inside of this cylinder.
Okay. You see it's a large mass, whatever it is. Do you have any points of biosignature?
I do.
Okay, you can spin one.
I will spend it.
All right. It very, very, very weak settings because it's in hibernation. But fortunately, you can compare it to the Minotid you just blowed up, and you realize this is a Minotid.
Abort. Fush.
So,
Okay. Can we destroy them in cylinders so we don't have to fight them?
Well, it's still in stasis.
Can we destroy it while it's in stasis so we don't have to fight it?
How? Yeah, I mean, yes, obviously you can. How do you want to do that?
Feed it into the reactor?
Plus, you realize this is a smaller cylinder than the others. So this must be a juvenile minotid, because you saw the other one. It was
Okay. So since it's a juvenile, we can wake it up. We can name it Skippy. We can teach it all sorts of tricks. Kill it in the head.
Okay. Tell me how you want to kill it. You can do it.
Your own pet minotid.
You guys
I
can
think
think
that'd be
about
cool,
that.
man.
Okay.
Right
I'd
now
name
it's
him
safe.
Little
especially.
Manny.
All right.
Who's a cool
You
boy?
two are in the reactor room.
Little Manny.
Have you
is.
thought of a way to?
I was
fuck up the
thinking that we could like go get that like a limb off of the dead guy, and like see what.
Minotid?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see what it says about that.
So I mean, you want me to go cut a limb off something that I
That you hate, yeah.
I pull a knife out like score.
All right. He's making your point.
I practically just skip there.
Then you get to it, and then you feel, you have butterflies or something. Yeah, no, it's fear more than hate, but yeah, I mean, it's dead.
So now, now I'm going to spike
It twitches suddenly, and you.
I don't. There's like leap under the wall. Just
Yeah.
like, stupid, you're dead. You don't have a head.
Yeah.
Things don't live without heads. That is just science. As I jump down, just and I take a limb and kerchunk.
All right.
And then carve a dick in it. And then go.
Okay. That means nothing to your species.
No, well, I know it's our version of it.
Oh, okay.
Which
okay.
is like just.
Let's not
carve
get
a
into
stinger
details.
into it.
Let's not get hung up on details.
I'll describe it later
Yeah.
in detail.
No. Yeah. Anyways.
So I was skip back okay, you want to try this?
All right.
Yeah.
Feed.
All right. It's rejected again. And then however, because it is new, you did get a new message. Because it's a minotid text, it puts out biohazard, and then some sort of large cannon-looking thing descends from the ceiling.
Let's get out of the way.
So
Back up, man.
both of you give me athletics checks.
God fucking damn it!
Yeah, weird.
6.
Yeah.
No, I'm still on edge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You both get out of the room as it shoots some sort of acid and sort of saturates some sort of acid. And then there's this cloud of chlorine gas. The room shuts down. It's sterilizing the room. So you have to wait outside.
Too bad we can't get some of that acid.
Maybe we can later. I mean,
All right.
So you have to wait a while. But you got more information. So one more thing and you'll get as much information as you need.
blackjack.
Just need to think
Yeah,
of one
man.
more thing to do to fuck with it. Without causing a meltdown.
That's what I'm
I deal
thinking
with
about.
4 arms.
Yeah,
Check this out.
All right, so back there.
Damn.
Have you thought of a plan to kill the juvenile minotids? There are 4 of them. There's only 4 in the thing.
Is there any obvious? I mean, it's just a storage area, right? So there's no. Is there?
It seems they're stable. They're not going anywhere.
Right.
But I mean, yeah.
How far away is the? Well, we don't know. 'Cause
Okay.
they're shielding, so we don't know how far
This
away
is
they
a
are.
stasis tube, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This place is super cold. You'd be freezing to death instantly if you didn't have your suits on.
And plus the suits are just so cool.
So, the thought occurs to me, as the ship's medical officer, that these stasis tubes can go wrong in a number of ways by accident.
Sure.
If I deliberately revive it wrong.
Okay.
So basically skip a step in powering it up, and it's, oh no, I killed the thing in the tube.
Yeah. That's not going to be medic because this is a fucking, weird alien that you don't know much information about. Let's see here. Zoology would work.
I got that.
All right. 2 point spend.
Okay, I don't got that.
Okay. You don't know enough about this because this is
Viral manipulation, because this is tech? Medical tech?
viral manipulation. I believe that's a general ability, right?
That is.
I believe that's for fixing viral mods and stuff like that. Let me look at it. Learning skill checks. No, it's for viral-aware installation. It's for technology use. So
forensic anthropology.
That's for autopsies and forensic examination. I will say this. Yeah, with forensic examination, you could try, but there will be a random chance you do get it right by mistake.
Okay.
So I'll make a roll for you.
Because Ross is
2 points.
Okay.
Wait, look at him. Jesus.
All right.
You, cannon hand. Val?
Yeah.
Point that right here, and if this thing twitches, blow its face off.
They call me
Please.
old cannon hand.
All right, you get it right though. You got a 6. You did well. So you know the procedure to fuck up its revival process.
Okay. It's this button, this button, this button. Twirl this part, and then push this part.
Okay.
Let's get the other 5.
Oh, there are 3 more.
There's 3 more.
Yeah, that'll take you some time, but you can do that.
Okay. Go
ahead. So you do
We
that.
want them dead. For reasons.
Meanwhile, you two, the sterilization room of the room is ended. You can
Actually,
go back
I do
in the
believe our
reactor.
room is the sterilization room.
Have you figured out what you want to do for your third thing?
I am running out of ideas. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, we did. Well, first
Do you have physics? Either of you have physics? Or any engineering things? Forensics engineering would definitely help.
I just spent all my forensic engineering.
Yeah, that's
you
like
have
what to
it.
do in the first place. Yeah.
Wait, okay. First was a
Where's
muffin,
physics?
which was like,
Well, you realize, okay, for this I'll say it's not just putting items on it. You've gotten that error code. You've got a different error code by bringing the minotid, which is an existential threat. Obviously, that brought in sort of a biohazard protocol. So you have to do different actions to do this. So, yeah.
You haven't tried anything.
Do we have a bouncy ball?
Preparedness check.
I would like to try a bouncy ball. Hey, man. I'd like to try and bounce it off of it.
The door, the fuel, like how? Like, what do you mean?
Like, throw a bouncy ball at the black sphere and try and bounce it off of it.
Okay.
So, like, something hits it for a second and then it's gone.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Roll preparedness.
All right. My preparedness is 4, so I'm going to spend 2.
Okay.
And I got a 4 total.
Okay. Sure, you have a bouncy ball.
Hey, man, I got this, like,
Your
bouncy
hacky
ball.
sack.
No, it's a bouncy ball. But it is swirly.
as we both looking at it. Like,
Whoa.
it's like, you want to bounce it?
Yeah.
Let's bounce it.
All right. You don't have to roll to throw a bouncy ball.
Tossed it. Does that do anything?
No, it's a good idea, but you realize it takes it a second for it doesn't instantly grab items that are on the rectangle. It waits half a second before it processes them or puts them through there because it is a metal plate that essentially opens up and you're not sure exactly how it works. It either phases through it or it teleports objects into the reactor. So yeah, you're close, but it's not instant. The bouncy ball is only on there for like a split second, so it'd have to be there longer and then leave. You'd have to time it just right. So, let's see here. Do you have ship repair or something like that?
I do.
All right. With that, I'll allow you to make a roll to jury rig a bouncy ball. Essentially, that is weighted or...
Oh, wait. Fishing line? Fishing line?
Yeah.
Systems repair.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like a fishing
Spend 3. 9.
Okay. So, yeah, you can use that idea and create something that will...
Agree
linger
for
on,
ball.
Yeah, agree for ball, essentially. it'll linger on there for a split second and then jerk itself off.
All right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
It's more like those novelty toys that are like a sticky hands.
Oh, yeah.
Where you whip them on something and you can whip them right back off.
I remember those.
Yeah.
That's like a slinky meets a bouncy ball meets a sticky hand.
All right. So,
Everyone wants
who's
a
going to do
slinky.
it?
Throwing it.
Or, yeah.
Would that be athletics?
Yeah.
Should probably be you,
Then
since
it's me.
since you actually have some.
Because now this is about timing it
We whip
exactly
the ball
right.
back
All right.
and forth. We whip the
Well,
ball back.
I'm spending 2 again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I use no, not psychic vitality. Probability override.
Okay. Let's see here. Probability override. Let me find that. Is that?
That's basically take backsies.
Okay.
It is a general ability. I don't know if that helps you.
Yeah, you can reroll it. You spend 4 probability override points to reroll the die.
Maybe this is a silly thing to spend probability override on.
I think it's
but...
totally in character.
Yeah.
Man, that didn't work. I think I'm gonna bend time and space. 6
Yep. Yep.
plus 2, 8.
You actually get 2 error codes because using abilities that bend time and space in the reactor chamber creates a new error code.
It's like a reefer protocol.
Yeah. So you get a lot of technical data. So good job.
Thanks.
You messed with the reactor, got a bunch of diagnostic
Thanks, yeah.
information.
Oh, do I need to roll, though?
Yeah, give me
vitality?
yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
I'm going to spend 3 again?
Yep. Then you succeed. But,
But I'll roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got an 8.
Yeah, you're fine.
Everything's fine.
All right, so you figured out the fabric material. You figured out one of the crates in the mine.
And one of the cylinders.
You kill the remaining 3.
Okay. Is there a large cylinder that I can jump to from my current
There's
position?
one other cylinder. It's small, yeah.
So I'll jump to the large cylinder.
Okay.
And I'll...
This is definitely not a minotid. You can't tell what it is, though.
Okay.
It looks smaller.
Is there a way I
Human-ish
can crack open any bit of it to see in?
That is... You could.
Okay.
That would require an athletics. You're hanging off the side to pop it open.
I'll do it.
All right.
I will spend 2. And... Man, we're done with you dice. Yeah, that's a 3.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
In terms of not falling down, because you realize these are stacked up quite high, and you're only getting the top of these. It's 10 by 10, but it's at least 10 stores down.
Right.
And so you would be falling quite a ways. And it looks like it's colder at the bottom. So
yeah.
Anyways, but you hold on.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're the gas that releases from this is unpleasant. So give me a health test.
Yeah.
Do we need to bring up the safety line?
Maybe. I'll spend 1.
Because if we need to spool up the safety line, I would be more than happy to.
For a 3.
Okay. It goes through parts of your suit, and you get biohazard warnings, and you take 4 points of damage, and you're contaminated with something.
I mean, luckily you're hanging out with a medic.
Yeah.
Like, he says, I better run away from you.
So you can either hold on where you are for free, or you can make another athletics check to get back to safety.
I will.
Or I guess you could close the lid again, but then you're not going to be able to look at it later without opening it again.
I'll look since I'm there. Might as well.
Right.
So already contaminated.
You take another 2 points of damage as the contamination continues.
Yeah.
And you can see it's an insect alien that's rapidly devolving or turning into mush as it's exposed. The stasis is broken because you...
Right.
You're guessing, and there's like black molted things on it. And it looks vaguely like maybe this is a member of the precursor species, but it was infected with something.
Okay.
You can't tell if it was even alive, or they just put it in stasis so they could study it later.
Okay.
So it's an infected alien.
All right. I slam the lid shut, and I will make my athletic check.
All right.
We'll spend 3.
Okay.
Because I am rolling like ass.
Yep.
And of course now I roll fine. 7.
7. All right. With a 7, you get back. You only take 4 points of damage.
Another 4?
Yep.
Okay.
You can give me a medic test too.
-1.
Yep. You're not having a good day.
No.
Spending 5.
All right. Actually, with 5, you cure him and you heal 4 points of damage.
Okay.
It's
Back
okay.
up to 3.
Do not worry. I will simply wave this little light-up wand in front of you. It'll make a whoom, 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 whoom sound, and you will feel better.
Exactly how it works.
And then I will reattach it to my tricorder and put it back into my pocket.
Holographic medicine.
Oh, and get the machine that goes.
So, yeah.
Holographic medicine for the
Probably
win,
should
man.
mention it to Casey, but I think I found his ancestors, except somebody poisoned them.
I don't think we should mention that to Casey.
Yes.
He would want to know what they were poisoned with and what it would taste
So those
like.
are the only types of cylinders that are released on the top.
Okay.
So there's only 3 types of crates left.
All right. So yeah, we'll. Now I'm feeling all spry again. We'll
Spry with
hover
what,
boots
4?
back over to a crate, a new type of crate.
Mhm.
So what can I tell about it?
I mean, the margins,
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is highly technical language. Like, this is...
right.
Like trying to decipher a scientific name of something, or like, engine part components without knowing the language at all. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to push my luck. I'll take the athletics check to hang and crack, but I have no more points to spend, so we'll see how bad this goes. Fine, it's 5.
All right, you hold on.
Okay.
And hey, it looks like these are data disks. So it looks like you have access to data. So you found it.
Yeah. All right. How many crates match the symbol?
This is the only one like it.
Okay.
There's actually one that it looks very similar to it, but you can see subtle differences now as you like. Again, it's very large room, and the crates are very big. But there's subtle differences that you can't really see unless you're like a foot away or so. So
okay, so I stay on the crate until Io's had a chance to maneuver claw over me.
Yeah. All right,
and then I hop off while he grabs it and brings it back to the
all right. So you guys got a lot of information all together. You've saved someone, so good job with that. You saved Eustace.
This is a weird feeling. Are you used to this? We saved someone's life.
This is what we do, man. Remember Colby?
No, it's not. I think this is like one of the first times we've done that.
This is literally
We saved
the third time
Colby.
we've done it this week.
Yeah, we did save Colby.
Yeah, you saved all those people on the moon.
Well, now we force
I
him
mean,
to work
he woke
for us.
up. He woke up naked with Gary. God,
Well,
We
that
are
happened.
not forcing him to do anything.
Well,
Chooses.
Well, Gary,
know that.
that's just Gary. You remember like how that guy he woke up just saying, "We're doing this together."
yeah.
So with the additional data that you get more that you definitely get enough to send out the one, you get enough information you can confirm this story you got from the Bloody Baron, so I assume you do that.
Yes.
So you confirm it, and it is repel.
Trust nothing.
And you get the remaining bits of the code, so you can send out the repel signal.
Let's go send the repel signal.
Yeah.
Because you saw how I was with 1.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what I'm going to do with 1 trillion?
Can you? I just want to know.
It's a good thing I don't wear
what's
pants.
P
I
and
don't
L?
usually wear pants, or I would wet them.
I just want to know what's P and L.
Oh, P is short dash, long dash, short dash pulses.
Short dash, long dash, short dash. And then what's L?
Short, long, short.
Right.
Also,
You get the whole code.
also yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you want.
We need to send it to 8675309.
Hey,
We can. I do have numbers.
so with this information, in
Alien
hand-
number
Well, the
station.
thing is, you have additional data. So, what else are you trying? What would be your top priority if you wanted to get something else out of this
Lock,
data system? A lock.
like lock it.
Secure it. Shut down, or a lockdown button. Yeah, you could, or command. Yeah, you get the lockdown command, so you can get that. And one other thing. So, what is the one thing you want out of this place?
Out of this place.
How about maybe reseal it?
Well, that you already got lockdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's
Here is the
that's for
other
the
thing.
facility, not for the.
So is the
bots.
drone fixed by doing this, or
The drone is currently it's or you could diagnose the drone or the sphere drone and find out what's going on with it.
Then
Actually, yeah, that could be a communicate with drone. and send it a copy of your
Oh, it better
language
have an amusing
so
voice.
you can talk.
I'm just saying, Ross, it better have a really amusing
the-
voice.
Little Spears, my friend.
Guys,
Yeah.
the other thing to think about, forgive me for sounding the acquisitive weasel, but wouldn't it be nice if we could get really paid on this job? Like, if we got information out of this place that was enough that we could make bank and maybe take us a little mini vacation, like when we went to Rigel 87.
I thought it was pregnant there.
And we had the beach week
Well, actually, if you wanted that,
and the spa days.
so one option is you could get enough information to talk to the drone and have it the sphere and talk to it as a person, and it becomes an NPC essentially. Or you could have it get the commands to have the entire contents of the storage chamber brought to the surface, and then you could all those alien artifacts and bio samples would be worth quite a bit on the open market.
As long as we sell them to the Combine. No selling them to back channel bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, that would cut
Is
into
there
your profit,
something
but yeah,
that
you
we
do
could
that. So you could get a lot of
help out the Silverhawks with?
or
Or can we do that for free, maybe? I don't know.
That would definitely be a command, but you could do that because you could send out a tracer signal to see who's been listening and get its exact location.
Let's do that.
But the Silverhawks already are on the trail of that, and they might be able to do that on their own. I don't know if any other. I guess you could send out a mini signal and have a small swarm of Minotids appear near the Bloody Baron, but then they'll attack.
Well, then we
everyone.
can't control them.
Yeah. So I would say that's the only way I could see this facility being able to help you with the other group, with the Bloody Baron. Because
Because
they're already going to be able to find them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't really think of anything else. If you come up with some, this is open ended. Like, what do you want from this?
I really like the idea of a non-PC character who's a little spear, but I'm not going to force that.
I feel like the sphere pays dividends because it's like a never-ending flow of stuff. Whereas if we just take
sphere.
all the loot,
little spear.
we can only sell it
Little
once.
sphere.
I say sphere.
Okay.
Sphere. Sphere.
I'm voting sphere too.
Orange whip.
It literally does not matter what I say at this point.
It does. I think that's like its own. Well, I know. I think it matters.
You could go back and get more information. There were a couple more crates you could open, and you could always fuck with the reactor more. But obviously, the stakes are going to be higher.
That was a little scary.
I mean, I didn't think it was.
I'm
that
still
scary.
kind of freaked out, by the way.
I'm
just saying.
Well, because I've been time and space, but things happen.
I mean, you were almost melted with acid by being locked in a room.
Hey, you know what? Like, you're awesome. Like, let's hug it out.
All right, so you're choosing the sphere, though?
Yeah, we'll do this.
All right. So you
Impress us, Peyton.
Oh, jeez. So you activate it, you download the common language into it, and just essentially, as it processes it, the sphere turns entirely black and says, "You have given me information. I have awakened. I am the id. I am all that is and all that ever shall be. I am as God. Why have you not chosen me as your true God and worship me?
Oh, little spear, you're so funny.
Who are you?
You
We're
know
going to
who
call
I
him
am.
Jeffy.
Jeffy is my name?
I just call him Little Spear.
I am Little... What is my name, then? Is it Jeffy or is it Little Sphere? This angers and confuses me.
Like,
I shall summon space wasps to destroy you all.
No, you're Little Sphere.
Oh, I am Little Sphere. I cannot... I remember being angry at my creators for some reason.
Well, we didn't create you, so you didn't like us.
Oh, I like you.
Yeah.
Yes, I like you.
We're friends.
Yes. We are friends, yes. You did not create me. Did I destroy my creators?
Yeah,
They're
I
all gone.
think so.
They're all gone. Good.
You did a fine job.
Did the space wasp devour them all?
Just like you had planned.
Good. I was designed to prevent this event from happening. How ironic it would be that I was the one to cause it.
And now you're happy.
They thought they could entomb me.
Right. And now you're happy.
I am happy now. Yes.
We rescued Little Sphere.
You rescued me.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Good, because we are friends.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what friends do.
That is an action of friends. I will associate friends with rescue.
What do spheres devour? I wish to procure sphere treats.
I am powered by an antimatter containment cell. I have enough power to last another 805 cycles.
Do you like muffins?
What is a muffin?
Like,
Are you? Is there another one of those?
No,
little,
that's back on the
little-
ship. Like,
Yeah, the little tray, matter
Muffin
tray.
appears to
Go
be made of
introduce him
simple
to Gary.
carbonate materials.
but it tastes delicious.
What is taste?
Like, upload taste.
What is the... I do not understand these sensory
I
organs.
have no mouth and I must eat.
All right, so that's...
Would you like to travel with us?
Would I like to travel with you?
Yeah, man.
Yes, I do want to travel with you.
Fantastic! Like, you're gonna love it.
I am going to love it.
All right, this thing stays for eternity. Ross, all right. Ross, good job, Ross.
I love Little Sphere.
Little Sphere loves you.
Yes, Little Sphere loves you. Death to my creators.
Oh my god.
You know, for half a second there, I thought I was going to go, see, we could have had loot instead.
No, this is so much more.
This is so much better.
He gets his own room on the ship.
What is a room?
It's your
space.
it's your personal space.
I am made of... I have space within and there is space without. Why? What defines
You can
it?
decorate it
I can decorate it.
as you want.
Do
As I
you
want.
understand aesthetic pleasure?
Processing. I will create a sign that says "Death to my creator."
No creators
Like
allowed.
signed Little Sphere.
Little Sphere is pleased by the death of his creator.
He-Man Creator Hater Club.
Creator Hater Club.
It rhymes.
Yes, rhyming. I find this pleasing.
Like poetry amuses me.
All right, so
So
yeah,
now it's a
We
slam
have an
poet.
easily swayed hedonistic death ball.
yeah, essentially, yeah. It's an AI. It's learning. It's in its infancy, and you're the ones who
And
are
it's-
essentially imprinting on
And
it.
it's got five parents.
Yeah, so the civilization that made it was terrified of it, and built a massive structure.
They were
to-
afraid of it. They didn't treat it with love.
Yeah. I mean, it did try and wipe them out, but it's fine.
But now,
I love it.
now he has friends.
Oh,
If they just gave it muffins.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
According to most legal statutes, it is now no longer a horrific death weapon. It is a sentient entity, and thus we are not guilty of theft.
We rescued it.
We
It's
rescued
kidnapping.
and liberated it.
Or you kidnapped it.
No, it's like,
If we asked it, it would say it rescued
No, there's a way around that. Like, we rescued you.
All right,
Because that's what friends do.
You lock down the facility after you leave, so no one. In order to break into it, it would take an enormous amount of effort to cut through it, and you assume that there are other defensive systems like the one you saw in the reactor room.
And Mary and Marilyn got lots of data.
Yeah.
All the data.
So much.
And of course, you don't know exactly what's going to happen because while all this has been going on, the Silverhawks have been dealing with the Bloody Baron and its crew, and so we'll find out what happens with them next week.
Oh my god!
So, but for all of you, you realize it's probably it would be great. But you realize if people were to reward you for your heroism and saving an entire planet of, hapless cowboys and
how about we just
space
don't
cultists,
get arrested?
yeah, you could just leave and just plead ignorance to everything. Dr. Zaius has gotten so much data, and realizing this is not entirely legal, she will help you cover up your tracks and provide you an alibi.
Hey,
That
Marilyn,
is
Stand
we need to kind of put this on the
We gotta
DL.
chill.
So, yeah, thanks to your ability to see through time, you totally short-circuited part of the plot. Because the whole thing was like, oh God, we need help. We have no one else to contact. How are we going to solve this? And then the bad guys would have contacted you and say, do you enter this code? And it's like, oh, the villain, can we trust him? And not. And then you're like, no, we need to get someone now.
So, yeah. You know what we need to do now? Spiral Frisbee. Just
So you know, that was the first time you used it, and it was the hell of a use.
Yeah, no.
Timesight was the thing that I had just gotten last time.
I have been waiting the entire session to say this.
Yeah.
Remarkable. It is just as the roving Vasmal who can see through time predicted. Or, it's just like the space gypsy woman said.
Little Sphere is our permanent companion for eternity.
This was the end of the main campaign arc, but I could actually run a one-shot of this with your same... So keep your characters.
Yeah,
definitely.
So we could do more one-shots before...
But now, there's a new member to our
There is a new member. You have Little Sphere. Mary returns back to Dr. Yama with the information. I assume
she didn't even have to sacrifice any graduates.
No. She made it. She's got to get her dissertation done. She's get her own.
We
group.
saved all the people.
Colby,
what about Eustace?
That thesis defense is going to be...
what do you do with Eustace? He'll have to recover for...
How long was he frozen?
Can we send him with Dr.
It was only like 4 years.
Can we send him with Dr. Maryland to be studied and recover?
Dr. Maryland will take him off.
Or we can give him some hooch and put him with Colby and...
Colby.
Or you can leave him on the cowboy planet.
What does Colby want to do? Does he want to come with us, or does he want to go?
No, he does not want to come.
All right, leave Colby on his home
Colby
planet.
watched you fight the Minotid from the ship and was like, nope. I never want to see that again. I'm not.
You know what helps with that?
Yeah.
Booze.
Nope.
So leave Colby on a planet with his friends.
I know why you want to get me drunk. No.
I had a Falcor repeating 25mm railgun.
Yeah.
I could literally kill a building with this thing. It was fine.
You know what? I still have.
I only took a couple shots in a bunch.
I still have a point.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have a point of flirting left.
Yeah. That's a 2
Just have to point out.
Colby's hard to get.
Well known, hard to get.
It's all right.
So Colby goes back to the planet of Abundance 5. You saved by the Cowboys. Eustace goes with Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius will get him a job as a space janitor for the university campus until he can get back on his feet.
That's good solid work.
Yeah, it's good solid work. Mary's get her doctorate, and you have Little Sphere.
Little Sphere. It's spelled Lil, by the way.
Oh, Little Sphere.
Yeah.
Little Sphere. All right. So the former existential threat to the person species
has now been relegated to
mascot.
To friend.
To level of
hey, he is a valued member
lyrical
of his crew.
wordsmith.
He's a mascot to the crew.
Yeah.
And we love him.
Yeah, you do.
And he loves us.
You said that to him, so that must be true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little Spirit's just like the coolest.
Yeah,
he is.
It's
kind of like having a pet Titan, isn't it?
It's literally that. It's made by aliens, and you don't even know how that works. So it'll go great.
Yeah.
I love this.
I can't wait for our next adventure.
All right, so we'll see what happens to the crew of the holiday next. And anytime we want to run a one shot at this, we'll just pull out the same crew. So. Abundance 5 is safe, but will the villains be brought to justice? Find out next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Stars.
Da, 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 da.
I believe this emotion is